Yeah. Yes, hello Wandau. Saa hii tu ni we are in the ground where Gachagua atakuwa na mkutano. So we are just waiting. So nothing much other than that. Mkutano itakuwa hapa. So you can welcome into our broadcast tonight. Na kama hujaweza kusubscribe sisi, you can try to subscribe ili tuendelee kugrow channel. So karibuni sana. Uh, uh, so that is what we are doing now. Yeah, karibu kwa show. Yes, hello, habari yenu? Hii ni ticket ya kuingia kwa mkutano ama? Yes. Oh, tulikuwa tumeambiwa kuna mkutano ya Gachagua sasa hivi. No, I have been told that I come here mkutano iko hapa sasa hivi. Okay. Oh, sio mimi sijakuja concert. Okay. Yes, we are waiting for, I think, Gachagua meeting. I heard it is here. There is also a concert. I don't know concert in what time, so but I'm not coming for the concert now. So I'm trying to check. Yeah. So vitu zimekuwa mingi hapa, just as you can see. So karibuni. Yeah, there is a lot of hope and enthusiasm. Yeah, which I believe is okay. Lakini wacha nione, I also came from church late, so maybe naweza kuwa nimemiss na sijui. Yeah, yule mtu anataka kuingia kwa show pia anaweza ingia kwa show. Let me put the link here. Niweke. Hi, how are you? Habari yenu? Mkutano imesha? Nilikuwa nimeambiwa kulikuwa na mkutano hapa ya akina Gachagua. Oh, let me. Oh, you have not seen anyone? Oh, somebody told me that there is a meeting here now. Oh. Yes, hello, habari yenu? Hiyo political meeting iko hapa sasa. Hiyo mkutano ya Gachagua iko hapa sasa. I was told that the meeting is in the same place.
Check. You see that BMW? Check that guy. He's the event organizer.
BMW pale hivyo?
Ile pale. Naona pale kwa entrance. Hii iko pale. Naona, you see that U-Haul right there?
Yeah, I'll go to that U-Haul.
That BMW next to it. Yeah, check the guy. That's the event.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, najaribu kuangalia event iko wapi. Maybe naweza kuwa I have gone to the wrong location na sina habari. Because I was told the gathering was here. So let me check. Yeah. Maybe naweza kuwa nimemiss location which could be very bad. But ni sawa tu. I really wanted to. Somebody has told me the event organizer is here. There is a lot of stuff happening here. So really saa zingine unaweza pitwa na vitu na una habari. Yeah, let me just check. But so far so good. It has been okay. Kuna mtu ameniambia vya zabi. Hi vipi? Mkutano iko wapi? Yeah. Mkutano ya Gachagua iko wapi leo?
Say that again?
Oh, where's the meeting for Mr. Gachagua?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Oh, somebody told me. Oh, that. Oh, let me go here. Let me just ask and halo, habari yenu? Siniwaulize leo bwana Gachagua.
Uko wapi leo?
Niko salama. Leo Gachagua ana meeting.
Hayuko huku, hayuko leo ni Waire, Naiboy na sijui nani mwingine.
So where is Gachagua?
Gachagua today? Alikuwa kanisani asubuhi. After that he's out of town.
Oh, so he is not having any.
No, he's out of town after today.
Huh?
He's out of town.
Oh, so he is not here.
No. Sasa hivi yuko Tacoma lakini anatoka out of town today.
He is flying out, eh?
Yeah, he's flying out today. Oh yeah?
So like in Tacoma, is he like having a gathering there?
Ako kanisani. Alikuwa kanisani leo. And I think it's already out. He's already out of church.
Yeah, I saw Malaysia. So in other words, we have already missed it. So yeah, I didn't know like kama kuna event.
But he's in America until the 17th.
17th of what?
17th of this month. So he's here until next Thursday. So kuna chances watamuona in other states.
Yeah, but unajua sasa mimi sikutaka ati niende nianzie kupanga pahali ingine. So, yeah, I just wanted to be here. Okay, ni sawa, it's okay.
He's going out of state.
Yeah. Naambiwa na some of the event organizers hapa ni kama he is flying out. I was told that he is in this venue here. It's unfortunate that so mambo iko hivyo. So Jackie poleni sana. Hata mimi nimekimbia hapa mbaya sana. I thought this is the place only to find out that it is not the one. So Medone nasema Gachagua is coming to Spoken Valley. Where is it? Let me see. Wacha nione. Let me see. Let me Google that place. I see how far it is. Spoken. Mary anasema it is called Spokane. Spokane. One of the organizers ndiye ameniambia ni hapa. Yeah, city in Washington. No, it is too far from here. You cannot go there. Inasema to get there is 4 hours. Hiyo huwezi enda. Mary, hiyo huwezi enda. Kama ni Spoken Valley, let's just forget. 4 hours kwa Google. Yeah, 4 hours kwa Google. So yeah. Wacha tu nitosheke na pale nimefikisha mpaka hapo. That's what I will say. Wacha tu nitosheke na pale nimefikisha mpaka hapo, but kuna watu wako hapa naweza wasalimia kidogo. Yes, hello Bwana Bishop.
Hi.
Mko salama?
Salama.
Jema kabisa, how are you?
I'm going to support you. Thank you.
So, Bwana Bishop, naweza kuita be like 2 minutes only.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, nimepatana na Bwana Bishop hapa in Seattle. So maybe you can listen to him. Maybe you can introduce yourself and maybe you say the church which you minister with, and then we go ahead.
Oh, good. So this is you are live, right?
Yeah, I'm live. It is YouTube channel.
Okay, thank you very much. This is Archbishop John Madaka and my friend here. We just arrived here because of the RIGG, and this meeting has been so good for the last few days.
Okay.
And we need to tell our people who are listening to us, we are on that side.
Yeah.
And that's how we are doing. And let's have one spirit, one mind, as we continue to pursue the Kenya that we want. And here in America, we are doing well, and we know that with you guys, you're going to lay the foundation for us to lay a good foundation. Because without these people, we are not able to do that.
Oh, wow. Okay, there is something I wanted to ask you.
Yeah.
You remember in last election, the church was highly involved in the politics.
Yes.
And to some extent, the church contributed in the wrong decision which we are having today. So would you like to help me to understand, has the church learned anything when it comes to political endorsement?
Surely, we did not actually mistake.
Okay.
We never did mistake. What we did, we were looking for the leaders who are God-fearing.
Okay.
And the leaders that we elected or we worked with them, they pretend, and pretender is more than a murderer.
Okay.
So they pretend that they are on our side
Okay.
and they're doing the good job to rescue our country. But they never did that. That's why you see the truthful man said, you talk to something with the church, which you never fulfilled.
Okay.
So when we took Kasongo and he said he's a good man of the church, he never even did what we talked with him. Because he called the church in the meeting and he was always there. Even in the fasting, he was fasting. He came down here, even here in America, and he preached even to the preachers here in America that he's going to support the church in Kenya.
Okay.
Because why did he talk about the church? Because he knew the church has the biggest fault. So he pretended and he pretended to be the blind person for us. Because if we check everything on the ground, there were so many people that would not support the agenda of the church.
Okay.
So we thought this guy, and the baby, now the wife was another guy, another lady who was actually an intercessor.
Okay.
Approved by one of the best and the known preacher in the Kenya, Tracy Wairimu.
Okay.
And Wairimu also said this person is the right person. We have been in prayers together with the wife.
Okay, I want to ask you a question because
Yes.
I'm also a Christian and I love God.
Yes.
But there are also some things which Our Excellency, Madam Rachel Ruto, she said maybe either during election or maybe after the election, which were not arguing very well. Like, for instance, so that she can be able to cement her faith,
Yes.
she argued that there was a well in the State House where she prayed it and the water and actually changed. And some of us, we believe God and Jesus does miracles, but we felt like that miracle was a miracle which was being placed so that she can be able to win the church. So the question which I'm asking with you, which I'm asking you, and today, by the way, we also seeing some of the pastors, even very big pastors, by the way, even in Kenya, who are continuing their agenda of every time visiting the State House and still telling us that Mr. Ruto needs to be given time or we need to listen to the president. Which message do you have with some of those pastors who still believe that Ruto is the solution for Kenya?
No, Ruto is not solution for Kenya. And let me come back a little bit about the well that was there in
the State House. Yes.
And Mama Rachel said that she prayed for the water. It was salted, but now it's the best water. It's fresh water.
Correct.
That is her. Oh, we don't know about it. What we know is that he never did exactly what the church intended to see them doing. Because the water that they said it was that the people from the water whatever or the government, they could prove to us. Because when she said even the people of the water came there and they found that the water was fresh, we need to hear the testimony from them. We cannot deny that miracle happened because those people who are the water guys, they could tell us, no, what we did, we put some chemicals and that water changed. They never came up.
No, Cheruto did not talk about chemicals. She talked about praying.
That's
Just
what I'm
praying,
saying.
praying.
That's what I'm saying. They could come out clear that whatever Mama Risha is saying is not true. We are the one who treated the water. So for that one, we don't have anything to argue about. No, she didn't, she did. But what there is, the people who knew the truth could come out strongly and tell us it was not so.
Okay, so Bwana Bishop Monyaka, I understand what you're saying. So maybe is it possible for you to help me to understand, like, which lesson as a person you yourself you have learned on this political conmanship, which could still continue happening in Kenya for even so long? So, like, for you to endorse a leader or to think about this person can be a Kenyan leader, and the fact that you also have a following, especially like some of the people who believe in your word or maybe in your church, who you might say that I'm supporting so and they end up even going that direction. What lessons have you learned when it comes to endorsement?
So what I can say, people are blinded for nothing, because if it comes to the political, people should not just endorse the church alone. The political should start with the principles, and also the church should start with its own principles. So if we are doing the political things, let's not agree with everybody. People should come on the table and bring something so that they can engage together with the MOU. because not every political person who is true. And the church also could bring the agenda and put it on the table. But now we went with one agenda, and this guy know already you have failed because there's no other engagement. The only thing I can actually try to untackle those people who have been in politics. Don't go again in politics with one agenda. Because some people, they are cunning and they are conmen. Let everybody come with something on the table so that we can agree. I'm the church person, this one is a business person, this is a political person. We bring our agenda together. And then when we bring our agenda together, it will not be one rigged political party. We'll have other stands and we'll be able to stand. If the Christian fails, the political people will not fail. If those people fail on this side, the business people still will start with us. Because this is kind of a connection and it's a shame. And that's why we talk all the time, the chain of command. That is how we get the strong government and the strong, perspective on official.
Okay, there is still a question I have for you because
Yes.
we want to make sure that the church is funneling the gospel of the Lord, and at the same time, they are the moral code of the society, because
Yes.
that is the important role the church can play.
Yes.
But there is something which we have seen in the Kenyan church which is not good, and it is called the yellow envelope, where politicians either they give the yellow envelope or they go with the bags full of money, so not with an aim of giving, but with an aim of influencing the mouth of our pastors. So what would you say about that, the yellow envelope, because it is becoming a big thing in Kenya?
What people need to know about the church in Kenya, we have very few people who have a good administration. Because if the church is there, it is not only the pastor who is carrying the entire vision. We need the administration. If I recommend you to go to the president, you're not going to go alone because you are not the church. If today I want to go and see Mr. Rigiji or Ruto in my church, I must go with the elders who will actually talk as I talk. So there will be no envelope for me alone. Those are the people who love their stomach and they're not sent by God.
Sure. So let me also ask a question.
Yes.
There is something which it's also a trend in Kenya.
Yes.
Where, and I'm sorry to say this, because when you look at how our Kenyan society is evolving, or somebody is correcting me, yellow or brown, they are brown envelope, sorry for that.
Yes.
There is a culture which is evolving where politicians don't need to go and do a lot of work in the grassroots. What they need to do is look for few influential pastors, and I can mention for you a few. There was a time, like the ones who I know, there is Bishop Mark Karaoke. There is another, there is like, for example, Bishop Mwai. We saw a trend. I don't know how you would judge it. Either before the election or after the election, they put a very big image of Ruto there. I don't know if you followed that. In the church, they put a very big image of Ruto there. And they were there claiming to us that this is the person who God has chosen and he will have to be voted. And now we can see that. So to what extent do you agree to a pastor when you want to put a very big image of a president there and he tells us that this is the choice of God?
I think what he is fighting for, it is not a church image. That's a political aspect of, kind of a vision.
Okay.
It is not true that I should actually rally after somebody. When that person fails, what will I tell the church? You know what I mean?
Yeah, he has already failed.
So if he fails, now the church was blamed for that. That's why I'm telling you, and I continue telling you this. Every big person, me like a bishop, I should not go to the president when I'm not followed with my people who are behind me. And that's where they failed, even the country, because they were looking for their own benefit and their own stomach. They are all my friends, but I questioned them. They should not do that. If it is the church, we have the body of pastors in Kenya. We have the body of Pentecostal churches in Kenya. We have other bodies whereby pastors they meet and agree together. But when you see somebody going alone, that person is not after God. He is after himself.
Okay, Bishop, there is also a very bad emerging trend in Kenya.
Yes.
Where you see our government does not focus on development. They don't focus on alleviating people from poverty. And frankly speaking, Bona Bishop, Kenya is among the highest religious nations in the world. we are close to 85%. People proclaim Jesus and they say they love God. But when you look at corruption index, we are very corrupt. When you look at some of the things which we are doing, Manda, even our president, he can even institute mandas to the young kids. And we are 85% Christian. So what's wrong with us? Why are we not practicing the Jesus who we preach or who we claim he is in our life? I don't get it. 85% Christian, murder, corruption, lying. What's wrong with us?
So what I can say, most of those things they're endorsed by the government because of the agenda, which is really political. And if they are like promoted by the church, it is not godly. And they have not been doing the right thing. So what I can say about the murder that is going on down there is only because most of those pastors who are engaged, if you look at them in a very, we call it around the eye.
Okay.
You not see them in the church. They are doing everything with their own wives. They don't inform anybody from their own administration. And this, they want to hear how those people who are under them, they don't have a voice. But the church must have a voice through a group of people who are selected by that church.
Okay. So, Pastor, now the next election will be in 2027. Maybe
If God will.
as we finish.
Yes.
Yeah, the next election is 2027. And we can now see the opposition trying to assemble themselves and to see if they can be able to eject Ruto out of power. Frankly speaking, Ruto has been rejected by Kenyans. And we must have an opposition which will be able to funnel all the weaknesses and all the issues which Ruto has been unable to do.
Yes.
We can see the powerful ideologies and the things which Gachagua has even been telling us here. But the question which I'm asking you, do you think Gachagua and his team and all the other people who are behind him, they will be able to funnel some of the issues which are religious friendly? Instead of going, they get the government and they do a 360 degree and they return to some of the same issues we are fighting here. Do you think these people, they are conscious enough to do religious friendly activities even as they govern us?
So what I can advise them, let every political party not to be abolished. Let every political party put something on the table so that they will be able now to bring other bodies in the same table.
Okay.
That way, we'll be having a negotiation group, table, whereby nobody will lose, everybody will gain. And if we do that as a country, the country will start. The country will start. But if they go there, anakuwa swallowed. If you see somebody is being swallowed and he's having a party, huyo mtu haendi kwa sababu ya nchi. But if we bring all the political party, then they fight for one agenda. They will be able to invite now the church as a body to bring their own agenda. That way we are able to move. And that's why you see our truthful man said, I wish I could put something on the table when we talked with Mr. Ruto. But he never did that. But right now, whatever we have seen, that's what even Mama Boy Sireo amehubiri. Whoever trusts in men, you're going to perish. Never trust nobody. Akasema, even your wife don't trust her. Even your husband don't trust her. You put agenda that you are doing together, everybody to participate. So let everybody participate in this negotiation table. And then from there, we will be able to see the reality of our country. If that will not happen, then we have no country.
Now, there is the big negotiation which has been called upon. Mr. Raila Odinga called it conclave. I think it's because he handed the Catholic Church just did their conclave.
He failed in so many negotiations, so we cannot trust him.
So the question which I'm asking about that,
Yeah.
when they are talking about all politicians to come together and they talk about how to take Kenya forward, is he honest on that or what is he looking for?
He is not honest. He is not honest because he have tried for many years. He is trying to dodge all things for his own benefit. We need new people who will come and give us a negotiation table so that we can bring the agenda whereby we will be able now to bring the truthful men and bring a truthful negotiation.
Sure. Thank you, Pastor. So you can tell people what is your church.
Yeah, thank you very much. My church is called Way of Truth Ministries International. And also I'm a CEO of a TV in Kenya called Truth Wave Television. So if you are watching there, go on Signet. That is where I am. It's called Truth Wave Television. I'm the CEO.
Ah, very good. So I hope watakufuata huko.
Yes.
But please, even as you're interacting with other pastors, please tell them that they interrogate some of the people they endorse because, frankly speaking, it is a lot of embarrassment. The church sometimes they endorse somebody and they are left with the egg on their face because you endorse somebody and you see some of the things they are doing. You even ask yourself, God, is this the person who I just said that he is chosen by God? So I wish we can be able to do more
The
interrogation.
only thing, we don't believe somebody just to believe somebody. Letting somebody be sent by people. Me, I'm a bishop, and I cannot speak if the church has not given me the voice to talk. I don't bring my might. I'm a man like any other man. But if I bring mice together, the prayer of man together, they will give me something to talk. All those who have made us to fail as Kenyans are all those bishops and pastors who have been going on their own way. Anatoka kwa bibi yake, anakimbia kwa politics. Anatoka kwa bibi yake, anaenda ashukua any fraud. And just go and shake them. They are not people from the church. And you talk with their own ministries, they will tell you so.
Sawa.
Thank you guys. You have a good one.
Sawa, thank
And
you.
I appreciate for you being with me.
Utaniletea namba yako hapo.
Yes.
So huyo ni Bishop Munyaka. I hope Mudhaka, sorry, Mudhaka. I hope you have learned something from him. Na wewe mzee naona umevalia nguo za Kikuyu. So are you trying to funnel Kikuyu issues here?
Like Munyoro said, I always call myself son of Mau Mau.
Okay, huyu ni son of Mau Mau.
Son of Mau Mau from Kenya.
So like why do you believe you are the son of Mau Mau?
Oh, my dad was in Manyani.
Manyani?
He was 7 years in detention in Manyani during the fight for.
Okay, thank you, sir.
During the fight for independence.
Okay. So let me ask you a question. What your father was fighting for and what you are fighting for today, are they similar things or you are in different battles?
It's different because my father was fighting to own his land.
Correct.
And they succeeded in chasing them away. I own land in Kenya.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, my piece of land is at a place called Mount Posta.
Mount Posta.
So, right there in a place called Kapironi in Nyeri. Kandera.
Yes, one Munyoro.
So, Mount Kenya people, the Kikuyus, even though a few are cheated out because people who are on the home guard side managed to get some of the fertile land, but at least people got their land back. They started growing coffee, growing tea. Before coffee, we were growing pyrethrum.
Okay.
Now what we have is that when people are growing coffee and they are growing tea, the successive governments have made sure that these farmers don't profit from what they grow.
Right.
That's where the corruption started, because you grow your crops, but you don't even get any money for it. Because we had so many middlemen. That's what you call like the cartel. And the new government, the one that is there now, they should be looking after the Mwananchi who's out there in the rural area, who's a farm. Make sure that he can enjoy his uhuru, his freedom.
And his labor, because he's not farming for free.
Make enough money to educate his children from whatever he grows, so that his children don't have to go looking for a job in the city.
Sorry?
So,
Okay, interpreting.
so what people are fighting for has changed over the years.
Okay.
In the beginning, people are fighting to get a good education, and they got a good education and they went and got a job.
Okay.
Nowadays, we have at a stage where people get a degree, they go look for those white-collar jobs, but they don't get them.
Mm.
We also need to change our mindset in Kenya.
Okay.
Because people were trained to go shuffle files and papers in a high office building in Nairobi or the other big city.
So,
and they were told to hit the regular.
Okay, let me ask you a question now.
Yes.
As you can see, there is this revolution war which is being led by Wamunyoro.
Yes.
What is the Wamunyoro agenda? Can you tell us, like, do you understand Wamunyoro agenda?
Wamunyoro is a son of Mau Mau like me.
Okay.
I'm sure he was lectured in the history of the Mau Mau, just like I was.
Okay.
And what I think should happen is we get a leader who's truthful.
Okay.
Personally, I like regarding Gachagua, Dorcas's program where she had fought alcoholism.
Okay.
In the rural areas.
Yeah, that one I saw.
And a lot of young people, I have a lot of young people who support me. They were happy when they were able to save some money and help themselves, help their children, instead of taking it down to places like Karatina and go drinking the money. When they do the Barua, they just spend the money on this illegal alcohol. So that program from Dorcas was good, and it's not me who's saying it. The actual people who are actually drinking are the ones who say now we are able to keep money in our pockets because we are now wasting on the alcohol. Now, like Madera MP, who is in the government side, so we can say he's part of the government, went and opened those clubs again right after Gachagua was impeached. He reopened the clubs and people went back to the towns and started drinking. So now you have all these young men who almost look like they have lost hope and they drink themselves to reduce the helplessness they feel. They'll be sleeping in the ditches. They are suffering poor health. And at the same time, whenever they get sick and they're trying to get treatment, we said SHA is not working. So people are fighting to get at least systems of government that work, like the healthcare system, and to make money from whatever they do.
And do you think Ruto is doing all those things you are saying?
It's not a one person's job. A leader is supposed to show the way. I think it's gonna take all of us because corruption is not just with Ruto. It's in the county governments, it's in the governor's office. Corruption is even with the policeman on the street who's collecting 50 shillings from the
So
matatu.
what can we do to fight that corruption now?
All of us have to change. We have to think. We have to start thinking about being honest and doing our jobs. Not necessarily because somebody has to bribe you. So I think the only way we can change Kenya is that each person has to change. When I go to Kenya, I don't bribe any policeman because why should I bribe you? If I bribe you, is that money going to? I drive over pothole.
Yeah, but I can tell you for now, corruption has gone to accelerated level now with Mr. Ruto because corruption has now been taken to specific type of people.
I believe a lot of corrupt people are also probably hiding behind Ruto because as long as people are blaming Ruto, they are now the focus is
of course, but you see the buck stops with him.
So we need leaders who are going to be honest with the people. I don't like the fact that he promises so many projects which haven't.
You cannot do because you have to promise vis-a-vis the budget.
I don't believe sometimes the intentions might be good, like this digital economy might be good, but
But remember, he had a whole of 10 years during Uhuru time where he was not able to do anything, frankly speaking. So I don't think Ruto has a momentum to promise anything because his previous president is also bad, right?
Well, I've been out of Kenya for many years. So the problem from me, the problems that are affecting Kenya are not necessarily created by Ruto himself or the latest president. These are problems which started right after Kenyatta from the regime of Moi. There was
I want to interview that guy a little bit.
So there was change for the better during the time of Kibaki. A lot of things didn't go right during the Uhuru, but now we have people who just are almost like shameless. People like some of our leaders are just shameless because when they go around with bundles of money, giving like they're buying votes, that means you are using money that you should be using to develop the country, but you're just gifting people, and maybe they'll put you in an office just so that you can go and steal some more.
Thank you, sir.
So we need to stop.
I appreciate very much so that I can also be able to interview other people in the ground. I really appreciate.
And I'm Daniel Katia, son of Mau from Madera.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Kidogo sana. Yes, bwana Jambo.
Very good.
Mimi naendelea na interview hapa sana.
Bado uko huko?
Niko hapa.
Unaambia nini watu?
So we are still talking about one-time revolution. You can tell people what did you learn from Wakunyoro? hapa Wamunyoro ameambia watu nini? You can
Hakuna stories ni one time.
ni one time but
Ni one time na tunasema hivi. Sasa ameamini one time.
Okay.
Hata sasa hii nasikia anakwenda kanisa. Leo anakwenda kanisa.
Alikuwa wapi?
Alikaa nyumbani, ati akona migraine. Ati kichwa kinamuuma mbaya sana.
Wacha aendelee.
Nataka kichwa imuume mpaka afike siku ajue. Agency sio solution.
Okay.
Yeah. Kuabduct agency na kuabduct watu sio solution.
Correct.
Solution yake ni moja tu. Ni kwenda kupeleka development kwa watu wa Kenya, walimchagua ili awapatie development. Amekataa, Kasongo amekataa na development. Na anasema kupiga watu, kunyanyasa watu, kuibia watu, amesema hiyo ndio mtindo yake. Lakini hiyo mtindo inaisha.
There is something which people are saying,
Na ndivyo mmesikia. Unaona? Wamunyoro amekuwa popular kwa nini? Kwa sababu amesikiza ground, anajua kile watu wanasema.
Okay.
Amesikiza ground.
Sure. So there is something people are saying that the reason why we are having these issues ni sababu Wakikuyu hawatoshekangi. When their leader is in power, Kenya is okay. When another tribe is ruling, Kikuyus are causing havoc. Can you try to demystify that type of discussion, because Ruto and his allies are trying to use that thing. And today kuna huyu jamaa anaitwa Duare. Duare amesema Kibaki was a Catholic. Uhuru was a Catholic. Catholics hata wewe nataka kukuleta hapa. Hata wewe nakuleta hapa mkubwa. Tulia kidogo. Tulia, haina shida. Nakuleta hapa mkubwa, unajua
kupata nimekupata, wacha niendelee niseme hivi. Kuna kitu inaitwa commercialized thuggery.
Okay.
Unaona? Wakati Kasongo anafanya kile kitu Kasongo anafanya. Kuna pesa inaingia kwa mfuko wake. Unaona? Akienda kuwa agency, pesa inaingia kwa mfuko.
Okay.
Akijenga kanisa State House, pesa inaingia kwa mfuko.
Correct.
Akifanya chochote anafanya huyu jamaa, pesa inaingia kwa mfuko. Na wakati dictator, it's called the formation of a dictator.
Okay.
Dictator anasema akuje na vitu za kusema hapana, ile click yake ikishimba pale.
Okay.
Lazima atoke na vitu za kuambia wengine. Kuna ukabila, sijui kuna nini. Yaani ibaki vile alijenga mabarabara, akafungua mabenki zingine zilizokuwa zinaitwa Equity.
Okay.
Akanunua mabodaboda zikaingia. Wakati huo nani alikuwa anasema ni Mkikuyu?
No one, because he was benefiting everybody.
Watu walikuwa wanaegemea pande hiyo kwa sababu jamaa alikuwa analeta development. Uhuru amejenga mabarabara kila pahali.
Okay.
Kenya mzima hakuna pahali utaenda, hata ukienda Northeastern.
Sure.
Hata ukienda Turkana, utakuta kuna barabara ya Uhuru.
Okay.
Yaani wakati huo huisi Kikuyu, hatusemi maneno ya Kikuyu.
Okay.
Wakati hakuna mtu milioni 52. Hakuna Mkenya hata yeyote hawezi kuwa president.
Okay.
Lakini hivyo tunasema ni hivi, wacha qualification ikuwe moja tu, kuleta maendeleo kwa mwananchi.
Delivery. So maybe if I ask you, can you mention for us a major project Ruto has done in Kenya?
The biggest project nani Ruto amefanya ni kuwa agency 60 tarehe 25 mwaka jana June.
Okay.
Ameua agency wengine 77. Wakati wa 77 imepita akaua agency 40, na June 25 ya mwaka huu ameua agency 30. So that is 60 plus 40 plus 30. Ameua agency 130. Hiyo ndio project kubwa sana amesimamisha. Hakuna nyingine. So
like you want to tell me that in Kenya there's no any single road which can be associated with Ruto? Gani umeona? Naam. Sio barabara, sio dhalami. Niambie moja tu ameleta tiga imelima. Ile kitu moja ni ground. Kitu hakuna. Ana launch ma project mara 10. Anakuja hapa ana launch hiyo shule. Nini? Amefika pahali ana launch gate za shule. Gate. And the Kenyans are aware of that. What do you mean aware? Si tunaona kitu ya macho. What do you kitu ya macho ni ya language? No, you know people have to be aware because he might come and lie and say I've done a lot of work. So people have to be aware. Are people aware of that information?
Something else you've talked about mulika jiji. Mimi naitwa Mheshimiwa Jiji.
Okay.
Na Gabriel Gatika kutoka huko Katondo South.
Correct.
Kusema maneno ya tribe. There is nobody who has a problem with a tribe, a specific tribe.
Okay.
Kuna clip moja na unaweza itafuta we can get it because hii maneno ya internet it doesn't forget.
Okay.
when Ruto was vying to be the president, kuna jamaa mmoja wa jamii yao alisema hivi, Ruto nakuombea sana usikuwe president.
Okay.
Kwa sababu ukikuwa president, watu watakuja kuchukia jamii wa Wakalenjin.
Okay.
Na sisi si watu wabaya. Sasa alikuwa anasema huyu Mkalenjin.
I remember.
Sisi watu wabaya, lakini wao utafanya jamii yote na Kenya yote itachukia watu wa Kalenjin. We don't have a problem with Kalenjins. They are good people. Tunafanya biashara na wao. Hata hapa mimi hata mahali naishi na Wakalenjin. We have a problem with Ruto na his allies wenye wameroot Kenya. Wenye wameleta Kenya from venye tulikuwa tunaenda into development.
Okay.
Into government that has agendas. Sasa tumeingia kwa government yenye it is just rooting, just killing our people, and a very cruelest government, and a government that does not listen to the people.
Okay.
That is the biggest mistake that we have. Yeah.
So, are you aspiring for any political seat?
Exactly. Yeah. So, I'll be in the ballot for Gatondo South Parliamentary position.
Gatondo South, eh?
Yes.
The former Uhuru.
Huko, yeah, huko kwa kina Uhuru na kwa kina Moses Studio huko, I'll be fine.
So, like, why do you want to become an MP?
Actually, that's a very good question. I've never thought of vying for any political position.
Okay.
But looking for the situation in Kenya right now, Kenyans need people who can give them hope.
Okay.
Kenyans need people who are development conscious. Na pia tunahitaji watu wako na utu. Si ati tukikosana na wewe kidogo ati lazima nikuue. Si lazima tukikosana na wewe kidogo ati lazima ati ni mwage damu yako. We need people who have humanity.
Okay, wacha nikuulize kitu. Have you heard of the famous story in the Kenyan Parliament? Kule tunasikianga wanapelewa pesa choo.
I have heard of that.
Ama wewe pia unataka kuenda kujua hiyo
team? No. In fact, hata mimi nikivaa kiti yangu, ile kitu nitakuwa naomba sana Mungu. Mimi nikipata kiti yangu ya Gatondo South, hata zile constituencies zingine wapate watu wako na utu. Hiyo tukifika bunge, ile agenda itakuwa tu ile anything that is benefiting the common mwananchi wajiko. Hiyo ndio tutakuwa sisi wote tunapigania tupate.
Okay.
Lakini si haki yetu, si tumbo zetu, si midomo zetu, si familia zetu, but the common mwananchi, and especially.
Let me ask you a question.
Yes.
Right now, we have a parliament which cannot even impeach Ruto, even after doing all this problems, because tunaona ni kama Ruto amewalipa. So what difference are you going to do when you go to parliament to make sure that you are not the trumpet of the president, but you will do what is right and good?
One thing I know is that this time Kenyans are very much alert and very much awake. So chances are very high. Na tukisaidiwa na Mungu sana, because sasa this time naambia wa Kenya tusijiongoze, tumejiongoza sana. Tuombe Mungu atuongoze tukienda kwa ballot. So I'm very sure tutapata president mzuri, president mwenye ataweza kusikiza watu, president mwenye ataweza kusikiza ground, president mwenye atawaka na wabunge. I'm hoping that the next government that is coming will be people-driven government, agenda-driven government. So hakutakuwa na hiyo maneno ya kupeana pesa kwa choo. Hiyo pesa ya kupeana kwa choo ni ile watu wanahongwa to do the wrong thing, not the right thing.
Thank you, sana. Thank you, sana. You know, there is something which I want you to help us to understand.
Yes.
When you look at Mount Kenya region, majority of MPs, even to date, they are inclined to Ruto, even as he is doing whatever he is doing, to the extent that if all those MPs were against the killing of people, Ruto could not even be killing those people.
Yes.
But why do you think our MPs are so much glued to Ruto, even when Ruto is causing atrocity to our people?
One thing, and the major one, is greed. Greed. Yani Wakikuyu, and especially Mount Kenya.
How can they be greedy?
It is greed to go
against their own people.
Yes.
You go against your own people.
Ni yule mtu anapewa pesa, ni yule mtu anapewa pesa anaua mtoto yake. Yani he doesn't care anything, or she doesn't care anything.
Where did they come from? Hao watu walitoka wapi? Can you tell me how wabungu wa Mlima Kenya walitoka wapi?
Ni watoto wetu. They are our own kids. And let me tell you another strategy that you don't know. Ruto want to finish wale leaders that tuko nao. Ule mtu wako na Ruto anafikiria ati anajisaidia. They are getting finished. Ruto is like finishing them politically. Let me tell you.
Kwani akona grupu yake mpya ataleta?
Hakuna grupu yake mpya ataleta. Ni awache tu mmepigana huko tu, awache tu huko mkisumbuana vichwa. Yeah. Akiona kale kanakuja hivi, kanakuja kama mtu kanaweza saidia watu, anakakalia hata karibu. Na si kuleta karibu asaidie, amalize politically. Yes, ukiona watu wako karibu na Ruto, it is a matter of time, and they will not even go anywhere near leadership. Hata kwa kiti ya chairman ya Mnanda, hawatapata, because they have
so, let me ask you a question. What is your experience? Like, where are you coming from? as you want to become an MP.
Yeah.
Where are you coming from? Like, what have you been doing in life? Now you think now I need to leave that, and now I now need to serve in politics. What are you doing?
Okay. You know, something has to begin somewhere. Na kwa siasa si ati niko mgeni.
Okay.
Nimekuwa kwa siasa, nimekuwa kwa Jubilee, nimekuwa nikifanya siasa za President Uhuru Kenyatta.
Okay.
And kwa hivyo maneno ya kuingia mashinani hiyo si kitu imekuwa ngumu. It's only that I've never thought of vying. Personally, I've never thought of vying.
Maybe.
But what has driven me to vie is to see the situation in our country.
Frustration.
Yeah, the frustration.
Okay.
And I can say the people who has messed our country most, it is me and you. These people we call ourselves the middle class.
Okay.
The middle class, we have messed our country. And that is why the Gen Zs are coming up and saying enough is enough. We have to do something.
But why are Gen Zs alone? They are not being, we don't see them being supported by the who and who's in Kenya. And actually, I think their information could have been funneled so far.
Because we are just cowards. I can just say we are all cowards.
How come somebody with no money, a young person, is more strong than the heavy and the mighty in Kenya?
We are only a coward. Sasa because unasema mimi Gen Z unauliwa hapa, sitaki kutokelezea na mimi niuliwe. You know that is the coward thing that we have. Okay. Watu tu wanaogopa tu, wanataka tu watu wewe you are in your comfort zone. Wewe umekaa kwako tu you are in your comfort zone. Lakini Gen Z wanakuja, wanasema no, we have to liberate our country.
Sure. Niwekee namba yako hapo. We start now connecting. Do you have a Kenya number?
Yes,
number?
Yes.
Yeah, niwekee +254. Yeah, huyo ni the so Mary Wanene anasema so Njiro Gachagua will come to Spokane next week. Yeah, I thought that he is coming here, but so I don't know, but wacha ni nataka kuwaletea hata jamaa nataka kutoa Kimani Ichung'wah. Huyu jamaa alipigwa nduru sana jana. Okay, and create hapo. We need to connect.
Yeah.
Weka jina hapo. So nataka kuwaletea huyu jamaa ambaye anatoa Ichung'wah. By the way, this group of mine is a very serious group, eh?
Okay.
So they are listening here and nataka kuwaletea yule jamaa anatoa Kimani Ichung'wah. So huyu anaitwa Honorable Gabriel Gatika. So
Gatondo South.
Gatika
From Gatondo South.
That is very good. By the way, we do live shows.
Okay.
This is one of the show. By the way, you can come and find your issues. People understand very much.
Sounds good.
I'm here specifically because of the one-term movement which we have been having in Kenya, trying to funnel this information to as many people as possible.
Correct.
To try and showing we have people here from all walks of life, Kenya, here in America, Europe, everywhere.
Right.
So we want people to understand that there is an emergency in Kenya of getting Ruto out of power.
Actually, it's a matter of emergency.
There is an emergency, and that emergency cannot be postponed. And the only way in which we can be able to achieve that, not lamenting all the time, but we have to assemble and have a platform that will deliver for the people. Even as we try to reach there to know this one is going to be the president, this one is going to be the deputy president. Already we are one group.
Exactly.
Unity of purpose. So that is what we are pushing, that is what we are forging.
Very good.
And be assured that a couple of people. So please, kama wewe unanisikiliza hapa na unatoka Gatundu South, this gentleman will be atakuwa anashika huko fika huko kwa mashinani. Anasimama for a political position.
Gatundu South.
Gatundu South. So nitakutuma kitu. Endo niambie yule mzee. Kama anaweza pata dakika 5 akuja hapa tuongee, nionyeshe. Nataka kuwaonesha yule jamaa anatoa Kimani Ichung'wah. What do you want? At least nataka.
Who are you, by the way?
I'm called Jiro Mwaura. I'm an engineer in Kenya, structural engineer.
Do you stay here or you?
No, I stay in Minnesota. And I've also been in Kenya for a long time.
What do you exactly want?
So what I do is I want you I want to talk to you, and you tell us the situation of politics in Kenya, and also what you are also vying. Because yesterday I saw you were mentioned there, and when it was said that you'll be the person who will be going against Kimani Ichung'wah, there was a lot of voice. Even these people who are listening here, they are waiting for the person who will remove Kimani Ichung'wah. Because people are tired of Kimani Ichung'wah. People don't want to see Kimani Ichung'wah. And these people, they told me, huyo jamaa anatoa Kimani Ichung'wah, utuletee yeye atusalimie, tusikie. So that's what people they want. So based on that, if you want me to ask you a few questions, so wakubwa, this is the guy to knock Kimani Ichung'wah out. Salimikeni, so you can say your name. Mkubwa.
Hey, habari zenu. My names are Owen Dongo Wanjiko. I come from Kikuyu constituency. mahali chui amezalia.
Yeah.
Mahali tunasema kuna huyo jamaa anaitwa Kimani Ichung'wah. Na kila mmoja wetu anasikia vile Kimani Ichung'wah anaongea, his thinking and his capacities. Because so far he has got none. Ametupa kila kitu.
Okay, thank you sana Bwana Owen. So, Bwana Owen, kuna swali nataka kukuuliza. Why do you think Kimani Ichung'wah, as the leader of majority in the parliament, why is it drifting so much away from people?
Kitu ya kwanza, what I would like to say is, Kimani Ichung'wah is so unpopular today, not like before, because he is doing contrary to what the people want. Ile misaada yote inaletwa na serikali, as the majority leader, he is the one who presents all these bills.
Okay.
And when it comes to explaining whatever he is doing in the National Assembly, he's even very rude to the Kenyans.
Okay.
He is the voice of the sick
Okay.
in the country.
Correct.
Yes.
So let me ask you a question. When you want to vie for an MP position in Kikuyu against Kimani Ichung'wah, are you aware what you are putting yourself to?
One thing I want to say, this is not the first time we are competing with Kimani Ichung'wah.
Okay.
We first competed with Kimani Ichung'wah in the year 2013
Okay.
under the TNA party.
Okay.
And in fact, in 2013, I had won the TNA nomination.
Okay.
In fact, Kimani Ichung'wah was number 3.
Okay.
But he literally bought the TNA ticket.
Okay.
And it emerged that I had been defeated with 41 votes.
Okay.
I went to the TNA tribunal
Okay.
to appeal.
Okay.
I also went to the IEBC
Okay.
appeals tribunal because Kimani Ichung'wah had not won.
Okay.
2017,
Okay.
it is said that Kimani Ichung'wah went in unopposed.
Okay. Sure.
Kimani Ichung'wah never went in unopposed. I competed with him under the Jubilee for the Jubilee ticket.
Okay.
In fact, the first attempt, the first nomination, which was done on a Friday, Kimani Ichung'wah had lost, and all the ballots were banned. Then we had to do a repeat the following Tuesday, whereby it was said that he had won,
Okay.
of which he had not won. So, because we were in the same party, I did not seek independence. But in 2013, I was able to go to another party, and I also emerged in number 2. I went to the People's Patriotic Party of Kenya. Then come 2022, I was nominated
Okay.
the Jubilee Party candidate.
Okay.
And I also in 2022.
Okay.
By then there was the UDA wave.
Okay.
Although there was a lot of issues when we came to the ballots.
Okay.
In those elections of 2022, I still emerged number 2.
Okay.
Although there was that big wave, I was able to secure about 19,000 votes.
19,000.
But this is Mount Kenya.
During nomination or during the?
There was no nomination,
Okay.
not during nominations.
Okay.
The main elections.
Okay.
Because I was the Jubilee candidate.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I get you.
Uh-huh.
So let me ask you a question now. We know that the most popular party in many portions of the Mount Kenya region is DCP. So, which party are you going to vie with in the next election?
Well, I am a member of the Democracy for the Citizens Party.
Okay.
That is the DCP party.
Okay.
And our party leader is the Gachagua.
Okay.
And that is the party under which I'm vying for the Kikuyu Parliamentary seat. And I can assure you, my brother, early in the morning hours, the money will be at his home in my head.
So I know even DCP will be having many people, and maybe even in Kikuyu, there could be a possibility of other people coming also and they're wanting to get the same nomination. So what makes you different and you believe that you'll be able to defeat other people? Because for now, you are not the only person who is residing in DCP. Other people will want to vie for the same position.
One thing, what I can say is there are other aspirants. In Kikuyu, I'm not the only aspirant.
Correct.
For the DCP ticket.
Okay.
But I want to say about Owen Wanjiku.
Okay.
Because I'm talking for and on behalf of me.
Okay.
So I cannot talk about the other aspirants.
Okay.
Some of them I don't even know their names.
Sure.
I don't know who is going to come out. We still have a long way to go.
Okay.
Because we have about 2 years to the next elections. So we don't know who is thinking about it. We don't know who is going to come up.
Okay.
But I can assure you, my brother, the ground in Mount Kenya, it is totally DCP and other parts of the country.
Now, let's talk about the presidential aspirations now. DCP might or might not have a presidential candidate, depending with the arrangements which they will do with the sister parties, because you know very well in Kenya, you cannot win without a coalition. So, how do you think DCP is going to be to lead this negotiation of having a unitary candidate to go against Kasongo?
One thing I can say, we are still in the early stages.
Correct.
We are DCP. We are working with the other parties.
Sure.
We are working with the Wiper Party. We are working with the Eugene Wamalwa's party.
Okay.
We are working with Mother Karua.
Okay.
We have Freddie Matiang'i. We don't know under what party he is going to come up.
Okay.
So our leaders are there. And I am sure they will sit down and they will come up with a presidential flag bearer for our coalition.
Let me
It
ask
is
you.
still very early to say
Sure.
who is going to be the president or who is going to be the deputy or who is going to be what.
Yeah.
But so far, we have our party leader, who is Rigathi Gachagua, and we as the DCP party, we believe Rigathi Gachagua should be the next president.
There is
The other party also believes its candidate will be the president. But as for me, Owendo Wanjiku,
you believe
a member of the DCP party, I believe Rigathi Gachagua will be the next president of Kenya.
So Kenyans then, because here we are so many Kenyans who speak,
Yes.
Kenyans are worried. The only person with the rhetoric which Kenyans are appreciating is Rigathi Gachagua. Sometimes when they look at the other presidential candidate or the people who we are saying we are going to team up with, people do not feel like the other presidential candidates are giving enough rhetoric to the people. Because up to now, some of them are not even mentioning Kasongo by some of those names which he has been given. We feel like they are a little bit soft. And people feel like Gachagua is fighting alone in this war. So maybe in your own explanation, why do you think other presidential candidates or presidential equivalent, why are they a bit soft on Kasongo, and they have left that big war of attacking Ruto to only one man?
I want to say it is still very early, my brother.
Okay.
It is still very early. We cannot be able to talk about other presidential candidates.
Okay.
Because each and everybody has his own way of doing things.
Okay.
This is Rigathi Gachagua.
Okay.
We have Kalonzo Musyoka. He has his own way.
Okay.
We have Matiang'i. He has his own ways.
Okay.
So there is no way we can be able to describe a candidate.
Okay.
That this is a weak candidate or that is a strong candidate.
Okay.
We are still in the very early stages. So
okay, I agree in what you say, but remember that the politics of 2027 will be very fierce. It will reach a level whereby you have to go on attack mode. Do you want to tell me that with the way you know Kasongo does the attack, can Kasongo afford to have somebody who is playing diplomatic politics? That's what we are asking.
One thing I want to say is, as I have told you, it is still very early.
Okay.
And what we are doing today, we have already dismantled Kasongo.
Okay.
Kasongo has got no chance in Kenya.
Okay.
So come 2027, Kasongo will be so easy to beat. And hii kitu yote ni kama tumemaliza. Because if you go to Kisii,
okay,
he doesn't have votes in Kisii.
Okay.
Go to Western, the same thing.
Okay.
Come to Mount Kenya, go to Masailand. Jozi, viongozi wetu wamekuwa huko pwani. You saw what was happening over there.
Okay.
So Kasongo is gonna lose, and he's gonna lose miserably.
We know it is Mheshimiwa ni ukweli, Kasongo is losing. Now there are people from Wajir, Northeastern. Sijui kama umemsikia. There is a woman rep from there. I know you have heard the news. There is a lady there who said hata Kasongo akishindwa watamuongezea kura.
I want to say this country, Kenya, our country, Kenya, is made up of very many mad people.
Okay.
You even had the president the other day.
Okay.
Ordering that our children be shot on the legs.
Correct.
I don't know which part a bullet can kill and which it cannot kill.
Correct.
So that one from Wajir Northeastern is still another mad person.
But you had her? You had her?
I had her, yeah.
Okay, okay.
That is crazy. In a democracy, and as somebody who is supporting the government of the day, how do you make such a pronouncement? Unless your head is not okay. She has a reverse gear.
So do you believe,
how can you make such a statement?
Do you believe
that is? I want to believe that is what they are planning, but we are on it.
So let me ask you, so which confidence are you going to give Kenyans that our votes will not be stolen? Because we are very worried.
The confidence we want to give the Kenyans, it's the Kenyans to come out in large numbers. If you beat somebody, on a landslide.
Okay.
For example, if you get about 14 million,
Okay.
and Kasongo gets 7 million,
Mm.
does he have any room to stay? He doesn't have any room to stay. So we are going to defeat him, and it will not be a small margin, I can assure you.
Oh, so
Kenyans are tired,
Mm.
and I'm sure you also are witness.
Okay.
You have reasoned and you have seen the Kenyans.
Mm.
This is something you don't need to be taught.
Okay. Okay. So, okay, a last question I wanted to ask you. Okay, sawa. Anaingia hapa. Okay, kuja tusimame hapa. Kuja tusimame hapa tumalizie. Wakubwa, mnasikia huyu jamaa anang'oa Kimanishonga venye ako na mistari. This guy is serious Kikuyu, kama wewe ni mtu ya Kikuyu, we are talking with Owen and Owen is also trying also to give us the main picture of how the presidential race is going to look at. Now, there is also another question I wanted to ask you. Duale leo, na sijui kwa nini hao Wasomali wanaongea hivyo. Duale leo amesema Ruto when Kibaki is a Catholic Church did not speak. Uhuru Kenyatta was a Catholic Church was not speaking. Now that Ruto is a Protestant and he is not a Catholic, that is why Catholic is opposing him. Do you agree with that statement?
Now, what I want to say is nobody is opposing who when we come to the church life.
Okay.
And I don't want to go to the part of the Bible because this is something which is not real.
Okay.
You know, Kasongo is so desperate.
Okay.
And he can say anything. When we come to the northeastern part of Kenya,
Okay.
I don't want to say they are funny, but they are because.
But why are they overworking for Kasongo this much?
No, let me tell you.
Okay.
What the northeastern province do is they don't support anybody else if at all you are not in the government.
Okay.
All the times they support the government.
Okay.
Because they are always trying to seek from the government. They are those kind of people. Even if you vote them, even if they are elected in opposition, when they come, Wataruka too.
Okay.
And what to northeastern province. Because they have their issues.
Okay.
Because most of them are not even legal. They are not even legally here.
Okay.
Even those who are members of parliament, we know them. Some of them, they are not Kenyans. They are Somalians.
They are not Kenyans?
It is true. Who doesn't know?
Hey? Okay.
Can you swear for Duale that he is a real Kenyan?
I don't know. I don't know.
Those people are crossing the borders every day.
And I even hear some Somalis posting with them saying that he is from Ogaden community.
Yeah, that is in Somalia.
Okay. Yeah.
Those people, majority of them, they are not Kenyans. They are crossing the borders every day.
Okay.
And that is where they were saying that everybody should get an ID. I'm not being controversial, but that is true. Okay. And that is what they do. And that is why they support the government of the day anytime. Even if Raila was elected, you could have all seen all of them flocking to Raila.
There is something which is happening,
Yeah.
with the Dadaab and all those refugee camps. We are hearing that they are being naturalized to become Kenyan, and so that they can vote. And also, we are hearing that the borders are like porous so that they can come and vote. Do you think those votes are enough?
All this is being done purposely for that, for the ballot of 2027. So they are not doing it for any good for the Kenyans.
So how can we fight that now?
How you can fight that?
Yes.
It's by mobilizing your people, also to register in large numbers, my friend.
Okay.
Because we have so many people in Mount Kenya, we have so many people in Lohialand, we have so many people in the coast, eastern, western, all those people are there. So it's about mobilization. They are not so many, they're just few.
Oh, so even if they bring a new 3 million votes, it's not a lot of people, according to you?
It's a lot of people, and there will be a factor, but we have to be very careful. So we have already noted the government attempting to steal.
Okay.
Because when they start talking about scrutinizing of the voter register, that is what they're exactly trying to do. Kasongo is not honest. Even the IEBC itself, it is his own IEBC. That is not a Kenyan IEBC. You know him literally. And you know what kind of a person he is. If somebody can give orders to kill, surely, my brother, what is he saying? Thank you.
Thank you, ba. Wacha nikusalimie. Utanigonga namba yako bana, unajua? Yeah, people talk and
ya Kenya ama ya hapa.
You live
hata na hapa nimechukuliwa na watoto.
Oh.
Nilikuwa nasomea huku mbeleni.
Ulikuwa niwekee tu namba yako. The number maybe iko na WhatsApp. Also you have I have
an American number. All of us do.
Oh, thank you very much. Okay, thank you, Bwana Owen. Wacha ni save hii namba ya huyu mkubwa. Huyu jamaa ndiye anatoa Kemanishongwa bana. We have to be very serious about it. So tuombe Mungu that things are going to, so mumesikia na natafutana tu na baadhi ya some of these serious people who are doing serious stuff. So please, hao watu bwana muwape kura especially because they are on our side. Habari yako? Unataka kujibu swali hapa? Niko tu hapa tu. Niko hapa. Yeah. No, I'm just here. Natafuta watu tu pole. So, na leo hakuna mtu anaingia kwa kipindi. You can react to what those dignitaries have said. Ama hamkusikia? Hamkusikia? Those are some of the people here. So, mnaweza ingia. Nitafute pahali ya kukunywa kikombe ya maji. Huyu mwanadada hata tulikuwa naye kwa kanisa. Hello, how are you? Tunasalimia. Tulikuwa na huyu mwanadada kwa kanisa. Yeah, good. So yes, I can see. Samosa? Oh, sikuri sasa bado niko online hapa kidogo. Yeah, but I'm here. What? I don't know. Oh, okay. Hiyo ni ya mbuzi ama ni ya ng'ombe? Okay, sawa. No, ngojea kidogo. I will be. So, uko na hiyo? Hebu naonesha hapa, hebu atifungue hiyo nyama. Wakubwa mnaona? You can see the advert hapo. Ndio hiyo. Nakuja muniangushie kitu bana. Mary nisikue tu naitiwa dishi hapa tu na nani leo anataka kuanguka nyama? Hebu unajua hata bana iko wapi hiyo bana? Hebu niwarushie hapa by the way. Yeah, ndio hiyo. Yeah, kama kuna mtu ameguzwa na damu yake ya Yesu anaweza fanya hapo. By the way, mnaona hata sauti imepotea. I'm so sorry. But some of those networkings we are doing, we will make sure that hao viongozi tutaweza kupatana na wao siku moja. I will commit myself one day. Rigiji mtaiongea na yeye hapa. I commit myself. So that is not something you need to worry about. I will do a lot of groundwork. Not even Rigiji. Any person who is for Kenyans, I will make sure that I will do the right thing. Na kuna mama ako hapa anauza kitu inaitwa Rosera wrap, slap. Hii. Very serious, inaitwa Rosera syrup. Hii. Inaitwa kampuni ya Evis Culinary. Evis Culinary. Hii kitu nilichapa jana. Glass moja ya $4. It was so serious, It was so serious. That is one of the things I enjoyed here. And I'm being tempted to taste it again. I'm unfortunate. Hiyo nitaguza. There is a serious lady here. I don't know kama she does it in Kenya, but inaitwa Rosera syrup. Rosera. We, nani mkubwa? Hii biashara iko Kenya? Biashara iko Kenya. Okay. Naweza muuliza swali. Oh, nauliza, are you located in Kenya? Oh, here. Oh, ndio. Sawa. Ni watu tu wanauliza tu. Okay, sawa. Ako tu hapa tu. Oh, so maybe kuja kidogo. Unajua? Hawa ni watu wako online, So huyu ndiye mama mwenye hii drink hapa inaitwa mama. Lady, okay so. Guys. Kwani vibaya? Si vibaya. We are. So you can say your name and you tell them what you do.
Oh, my name is Eva. I am the founder of Evie's Kitchen or Culinary Creations and Experiences. We cater private events. I'm a personal chef. And also I create some products like this Rosera Syrup. This guy has been drinking it since Friday. He's
Yeah.
not stopped.
It is very addictive. And in is idea pombe, by the way. So come on when you're addicted na pombe, this one you get addicted 15 times. By the way, it's so serious. I'll be taking a grass here, so promote this lady. So if you're in Washington, there's a thing. Maybe you can begin shipping. When you begin
Yes,
shipping,
we do ship. We ship across the US.
by the way, she does is shipping. Utatupea details of where people can order, and then people can. How can I order? Like let's say,
You can order on my website,
okay, on your website. How to call yourself?
evisculinary.com.
So anasema evisculinary.com. That is EVISCULINARY.com. Ukienda hapo unapata hii Rosera syrup. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not a promoter but nawaambia because I am a testimony. Hii kitu ni addictive. Vinoma sana. It's so serious.
Thank you.
Okay, I appreciate it. Thank you,
Alright,
lady. Okay, asante. So those are some of the things which Kenyans are doing here. She's having an amazing company which is doing those stuff here. Just to show a few of the stuffs which are happening there. So, and it is good by the way because you can see an amazing Kenyan, you can see an amazing Kenyan family here in Seattle, and you can see how Kenyans are trying to support each other. Ukiangalia na hapa Wakenya wanaonekana pia wako na mali sana. Hii magari yote mnaona hapa, hii ni magari ya Wakenya hii. All these vehicles belong to Kenyans. All these things we are seeing here belong to Kenyans. So kuna vile inaonekana pia Wakenya Mungu amewawezesha. So let me show you. Mary anasema tumesikia. Hapa. Hata walikuwa wameleta huduma center by the way. Sijui ni huduma. Ni noma. There is an huduma center tent hapo. There is huduma center says. Very serious. Magari noma mzito. These are some of the Kenyans who are experiencing the American dream. So, Mary, American dream. Ebu mutanielezea the Kenyan dream ni gani? I don't know. These are Kenyan property. Hawa ni wa Kenya. They are doing very well. These are Kenyans who are doing very well here. You can see. These are Kenyans here. So, hawa ni wa Kenya. So, yes. So tumeongea hawa watu tumeongea na wao. Very important. Yeah, these are all Kenyans here. Doing very serious stuff. So please, kama kuna mtu anataka kuingia show, unaweza ingia show. And please, you can also subscribe us. Yeah. So, hii ni mashow. Ni kama show ground hivi. There is a lot happening here, man. There is a lot happening. Yeah. A lot. A lot happening here. Kuna hata homeboys. That you did everything right. No lights, no road. Boy, I must have. Yeah. So, nani anataka kuingia kwa show? We can now react to what those guys have said. Yeah. We can react to what those guys have said. Yeah, there is a lot of people here. And all of them Kenyans, eh? Many of them are Kenyans. There is a lot of Kenyans here. Yeah. Kenyans doing amazingly well. It's not a joke. Yeah. Kenyans here. Kenyans doing very well. Yeah, there will be a constant also. Hata kuna jamaa wa Marine Estate hapa. Wacha niwaoneshe yeye kidogo. There is a guy dealing with the real estate in Kenya. Wacha niwaoneshe hata ni wa Kasongo, he is anti Kasongo vibaya sana. Yeah. Wacha niwaoneshe, niliona anauza. Yeah. Hii ndio, this is the Anza real estate, the most reliable agent in Kenya. He is no, I'm just trying to show people some of the people who are from Kenya. Oh, so you can give me 1 minute? I speak with him. Just 1 minute. Yeah. So you can tell Kenyans what you're doing here and what brought you here.
Hello, this is Max from Nairobi. We came all the way to Seattle, Washington to show you all the amazing opportunities that you can invest in back home. We have some apartments, 1 bedroom in Westlands from 8 million. We have houses in Kiambu Road from 20 million. We have houses in Diani for 15 million.
In here, yeah?
In Diani on the coast.
Okay, oh, yeah.
So come invest back home and contact Anza Real Estate. We're here in Seattle.
Do you have a website?
www.enza.africa.
Okay, you can say again, sorry.
www.enza.africa +254 748 828397.
Sure.
Come invest with us.
He is a serious investor. I can see he has a. These are part of the things he's doing here. You'll give me one of the brochures.
Here.
I keep. My name is Jiro Maura. I'm also from Kenya.
Yeah.
So tell us what are the Kenyans come for here to do? Maybe you can also tell us what brought Kenyans here.
To this event, it's a cultural event. They come here to listen to their music, meet artists, connect with their culture, and find about opportunities back home.
Okay. But I also saw some politics.
And some politicians came to make sure that Ruto goes home as quickly as possible.
Okay. Do you agree with them, or do you think they are doing the right thing, or they are just trying to play politics as usual?
Me, I want to see the country move, and I must say that for the last 3 years, I don't see the country moving a lot.
Also, the country is a bit. You see, the country is a bit like not okay.
I think you could do better. Yeah.
Yeah, that is if we get good. At least that's a good observation. I agree. The country is not okay. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
We are here.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, madam. Meshukuru. Yeah. Yeah, so huyo ni Mkenya mzungu anauza manyumba. So in international payments for everyone. Nyinyi mko rais? What does it mean? Sending money, yeah? So if you just download it, you can send anywhere in Africa, Kenya, everywhere. How much do you charge? Oh, I can even. Huyu ni njugu huyu. Naona hata wameadvertise na njugu hapo, so USD, so you can send to Kenya, eh? Kenya. Inaitwa Lemfi. Wanajiita Lemfi hapo. Sawa. Anyway, those are some of the things which are happening here. A lot of stuff anyway. Haya, nani anaangusha nyama sasa? Tumalize hii story. Msiniambie mtaniacha hivyo. It will be very bad. Haki. Out of our watu wote 36 hakuna mtu anaangusha nyama. Haya. If you want at 200 euro, no, not at any $200 euro. That is my cash app number for anyone who might want. You can also unaweza finya pia thank you hapo and you thank us. It's also one way to funnel what we are doing. Very good, very good. Na please watu waingie kwa debate tafadhali. I need to hear reaction ya hao viongozi wameongea. Na watafikia raia sasa. Yaani siku hizi mlinyamaza, amuongeangi. Wow. Thank you very much. Yaani these days you don't talk. Thank you sana Mary, naona ni kama wewe baraka yako sio mchezo. May God bless you. Kuna hata Jane Alpha Mkenya hapa namuona amezaliwa. Hi. No, I'm just saying we are all here Kenyan. Kenyans here. Yeah. Are you not Kenyan? Yeah. That's oh, you're from Ghana? Oh, no problem. So yeah, Kenyan. We are just talking what is happening here, what was happening here yesterday, the one family movement in Kenya. Oh, you can explain that to people. We are online. Online. Oh. Okay, sawa. So anasema they want a Gen Z meeting with Gachagua, but Gachagua was here. Hapa Seattle. Hapa. Sasa unasikia majenzi wa Seattle wanasema ati Gachagua aongee na vijana. Niingiza Mary. Sasa majenzi hapo ameleta shida. I will tell this, I will tell these members of parliament here. Yeah, sasa I will tell them what you are saying. So Mama Mary sema. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Njiro.
Oh, okay. Sasa hapa tuko Seattle. Pole sana. I was not able to attend the church where akina Gachagua na bibi yake walienda. I attended another church, but I hope you have been able to hear some of the people who are close to Gachagua and the vision they have, especially kama huyo bestie ambaye anaenda kutoa Kimani Ichung'wah. Sijui kama umesikia huyo jamaa anaenda kutoa Kimani.
Nimemsikia anaongea vizuri sana.
Bwana, huyo jamaa itabidi tumpige support vibaya sana because we have to get rid of Ichung'wah. Or what do you think?
That is very true because Ichung'wah has become crazy. He is not reasoning properly. And so we don't want to have such kind of people who really is like supporting anything they find because of money. Okay. Because that is what I believe Kimani is doing.
Now, then Jango also spoke. Jango ndiye anasimama gavana Kiambu. I don't know, he is a former MP for Thika Town. Do you think ni yule jamaa alikuwa amevaa gogo? Sijui kama ulimsikiliza. Did you hear that guy who is called Jango?
I think I did not follow Gachagua today, so...
Not Gachagua, Jango. There's a guy who talk here, anaitwa Jango.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, but he is from Thika Pia. He is seeking to be a governor. But in a nutshell, because you have had different people speaking in our channel here and trying to funnel the same information like the one which we funnel in our channel here, what can you learn from the Kenyans now who are speaking to us live, especially here in Seattle?
I see people have really come to realize that things are not going well, and we are in the same page because they are understanding that this Ruto is not a good person to be to be our president as far as we are concerned. His move and comments and rhetoric, he has done very bad things and talking just anyhowly like he don't care, and if he cares for properties, not for human beings. And I don't think properties voted for him. People voted for him. And this kind of people talking about election, that they are going to do anything for Ruto to remain there. That is just a sign of showing that they are defeated. Hakuna watu wanaenda kusema hapo ati tutatafutilia vote zingine ama tutajaza vote zingine ama tutajua pahali tutatoa vote. How do you go looking for votes which are not there and you know conclude that
Mary,
you have won?
Kidogo, Mary.
Yeah.
Ngoja kidogo, wacha kuna watu wako hapa wataka kusalimiana. Say hi.
Hello.
Yes, greetings from America. Yeah.
Yeah, hiyo ni one time movement. Na pia tabia.
One time.
Na nimegongwa.
Half time.
Na nimegongwa nyama hapo. Sawa.
Mm.
Mary, endelea.
Yeah, that is my take because Ruto can do anything as far as he is looking for votes, and he has found that he has been left alone, so he can do what it takes for him to not even to win, but to remain where he is. But it is unfortunate that people have really woken up. Everybody is just wishing if it was tomorrow for this election to take place so that he can take off. We are ready, looking forward to see that day come, or maybe even sooner, because we don't see how we can survive all the way to 2027. It is becoming very messy, and we cannot continue losing our country the way it is. So for him, he should know that we are not willing to have him, even if it was yesterday, he can depart. So for me, I would say that Kenyans are tired. I can see that, and I really understand. The time has come for this guy to get out, despite of him fighting back, but he knows he has nothing. He is waiting just to be shown the door. So we are looking forward for that particular nice and good day that we get him out. So if I was asked, it would have been sooner than later. So Njiro, I don't know where you have gone. Um,
I'm here, Mary. Don't worry. I'm here. Nangojea watu waingie kwa show.
yeah.
I'm here talking with you na enjoy kanyama. I'm here. Don't worry. Go ahead.
Yeah, Kenyans, when they voted, they never voted for chaos. They voted for a human being who will understand and undertake the issues of the country. He knew what kind of country it is. Kenya is not a difficult country. Kenya can stand by itself. And we were looking forward to see that working in progress, and everything goes smoothly, because what the promises this guy gave, he made people even forget good people and thought he is the best because of the way he was talking. Unfortunately, Kenyans voted for the wrong person. This guy talks of democracy, and that is not even what is happening in Kenya. This has become something behind the curtains, deals and disappointments. There is nothing he is doing to our country as a democratic country. That word, I have been saying that democracy in our country, Kenya, it's like a dog being thrown a bone to go and sit somewhere, try to bite that bone, which it cannot crush, and continue like that while the meat is being eaten on the other side. That is what it is. No constitution following. All what he is doing is just to mess up our country. And the other question is, he always complain of saying that there are people who are sponsoring this mandamano protest. But if we sit back and think about himself, he is the one who have generated all these, and he is the supporter of protest. Why do I say that? If we keep on doing wrong things, doing things against the will of the people, of course they will protest. And the more he does bad things towards the wananchi, the more they will uprise. So don't look for someone who is supporting Gen Z or supporting the protesters. You are the cause of this uprising. So don't look anywhere else. Just think who you are, look at yourself, listen to yourself, and know where the problem is coming from. Everything that is happening in Kenya which is wrong is emanating from Ruto.
Sawa Mary.
Yeah.
Mary kidogo Kuna there is a lady here nimepatana na yeye and atataka kusimama kiti ya women rep. So wacha awaongeleshe kidogo. Okay, how are you madam?
Rep.
I'm fine.
Tuambie unaitwa nani and what do you want to do in Kenya?
Itago Sara ni mudu wa jaraba. Uto na ikuru kodo wetago tuvugia tato. Hali wa tole kuwa modo ama wetago super flowers. Super flowers. Super flowers. Haitoro iko kama haupia dare. Hali waswero inere. I don't know how.
Okay. Okay, so for now tutaongea tu Kiswahili ama Kizungu haina shida.
Sasa niongea Kikundi wa ado kuto kitu kuto ado na ikune. Ndare kidogo na Kenya tunataka kajuka ado ito ana ikue ishene.
Kuna Kiswahili.
Oh, baada sawa.
So unataka kiti gani?
Mimi ndio kiti ya women Nakuru County.
Why? Kwa nini unataka kuwa women?
Kwa sababu sika mwanya kari ule atengeka. Kari ule wewe hapa ishire. Ni ndio rakero atwekera mutumia ucio. Ona reke njuga miaka yo ta 10 arugama. Ngito mwanza maitata mere. Hapo tamona wa mena ya youth. Tari ni kore bia cia basare cia kwa otona. Women ne pe bia ya ocia kutomithia. Ado secondary na university. Na bia icio cia youth. Tukimenya kora cithiaga icionaga. Na mawera me youth ndire mawera. Kuno mwana watumia na ndire mwana watumia me youth na hare hoga gota oko ni ko cio to idiore ni gota kutora ground hivi ado mate ne kile mwana pesa.
Lakini nasikianga women rep papeangi pesa mingi.
Anapewa pesa mingi ni kama MP ako na pesa mingi sana.
Ako na kama ngapi? Anapewa kama ngapi tu?
Hiyo ni shida yako ndio shikana no umenependa pesa nyingi.
Ni pesa ikitaidia tu.
Ndio ya ana bia cia youth empowerment cia tumia hizi cia hogina pasa rere ne bia nyingi muno hana MP to o mire county kwa sababu mudo munene ana bia women akona pesa cia maendeleo kukina ko konta ko atumia ngene hata kugurira andu mire atumia mirengeti akamagurira matangi akamagurira gasi akamagurira atumia cio okoni handu ta county ngima tumafuri agathio handu ibada ini akagura toido nene hata uthiruka na ku county yo aikaga uguo wakende na pesa ate makona bia nyingi muno.
Unajua ni vile wanatuambianga hiyo kiti haina pesa. Wanatuambianga.
Ni vile wanasema lakini hiyo kiti iko na pesa nyingi sana. Ni vile Kenya ntatujua na kitu wanatanganya tu. Ndio wafanyia maendeleo. Akiingia hapo anaenda analala na sauna sisi.
Kazi ya women rep ni gani?
Kazi ya women rep. Ina women rep hanta MP. Ndio kana kusaidia atumia pia si atumia si hau cia meyuthi na maendeleo ona kushina hewa akonta pesa fara fulani kushina hewa atonda kia fara fulani pia sio sitoshi hewa
na ni marutaga miswada buke
matuta ni kama ongeagi kwa kwanza wa wito watago honorable Kerure aongeagi mimi ndio sisikia kiongea leo Kenya nsware tulikuwa wajinga sana tusikie kama ni kama yusi atuangalie mtu tunafuata nini sama suti lakini sasa mambo ya suti tuachane nayo tuangalie mtu toa modo kusaidia pia sisi toleherwa sisi tumia toleherwa sisi sisi pasa toleherwa sisi madela makazi mahota kwa ido makata kwa haya kutumia konta mabuni mapagi mereketi gasi bishi mahota bogo ni kole pesa nyingi muno hana me ngire yotire pesa magakiri ya ko mari ya biashara women ne pena bia ba MP yega jo
leo
ana gina bia fara bia fara mahaya wa kushifia ni mahaya wa
women ne pono akidia fara
lakini tunasema tena pesa tukosaka ni kidogo no maudo basi mtu ya kale kwa mtu na bia anasema pesa ndio toka no mtu da kwari menda wewe kirithia uguo magakirithia no mundu ona kuthira ndo kwira nuona kwa maendeleo lakini wako na kuru atundi
kuru Kenya ni women rep ko kenagia Kenya ngima kuna women rep ko kenagia Kenya ngima yothe
ni kare
ngani yo
no weta goria oyo wa wekiria we tigano ndo alimwathia akahata kurumana mutumio wa wa Muranga. Oh wait, eta wa Muranga. Muranga county. Ubibia wa Mombi eta wapi? Oh. Eta wapi? Ila niko ndio pale hapo leo.
Oyo waitaka togo kirate na ucio.
Togo eta wapi? Togo kira pele. Togo suwe eta wata botu mio se mwana ndo pindikane. Eta wapi? Nila niko ndio ke mutibo shinde por madro nage kutoa simia gina pesa aka kama odo pro. Muranga county. Sikupuki jina yake. Eta wapi toa ke kai wewe. Ndio ndio toa yake. Oyo wa mutumia wa bosi. Mutumia shina ke nage mwana. Mimi ndio naona kama odo pro. Lakini wakati hakuna kitu nafanyaga.
Okay. Niki utaleta MP, uleta woman leo.
Niko hata kusaidia tumia na meli. Hata kusaidia meli na basi na tumenya basi kwa women basi kwa dini wa tumia ile kesi kwa niki atumia maji kilo meli na doa ya kimekrao.
Okay. Siasa ya Nakuru ni complicated na nitakwambia kwa nini. Siasa ya Nakuru kuna Wakikuyu na Wakale. Na saa zingine nasikianga ni kama Wakikuyu na Wakale wanakubaliana vitu tofauti tofauti.
Anaitwa Betty ya Betty Maina. Ya Betty Maina agenagia.
Na nwe mundu cho AUD urumo no nikyo tutaramwenda.
Tukira mwenda no nekita. Tukoko pia mare mutibushi nekita maendeleo muno neke kumaendeleo maendeleo wake. Ono kwa ndani ya serikali ile nekita maendeleo muno. Yake niko ni wewe. Nyake peke pesa. Hakika hala mwisho inele. Ukenda kwa watu wa Juwanta. Kiki. Kwa watu pesa.
Hapo kwa bagete.
Nebere bi ora kiuga. Koro bikana no masa ho mare ko de ni ma ba ke mare. Ukamenya ka bere hana ne pesa. Wewe hana ne do apija. Wewe ya pesa, we mona ole ko. Na ko yo toro na bono. Bere oya pesa. Usoka ngire mona ole ko, ngire mona ole.
Ona kimaanisha ng'ombe salaria.
Ona kimaanisha ufike moda. Kimaanisha ora matukiri ana ke Kenya. Ne maturagire ana ke me yudin maturagire muno. Ko ruto magato kirobia mararia. Bũrũri ũthũkire wathuka ona gũtirĩ mũndũ ndawĩkara Kenya ĩyo andũ othe nĩ morire tũkĩũrire kũu ithuothe gũtirĩ mawĩra no gũthĩnĩka indo ciothe ciambatĩrire bũrũri nĩ ũthũkire no twacagũre gathe wa Gachagua matũgũkorwo tũrĩ mbere bũrũri witũ nĩ gũcoka harĩa warĩ hĩndĩ ya Kibaki tũcokie bũrũri witũ hĩndĩ ya Kibaki bũrũri warĩ mwega mũno economy yarĩ njega mũno maũndũ magathiĩ wega anake aitũ makorwo na mawĩra rĩu ici no Gen Z iroragwo no anake maratũragĩra tũkahikio nĩ moranga anake othe Kenya kwanza na Gikuyu Moiko na wĩru mũno Moiko nĩ maranina Moiko anamaliza mfumo wake rĩu kuna kũragana maroragana na wĩru Gikuyu ndio tukaumĩrĩra mwakunyitana kabila ici ingĩ mũnyitane Gikuyu kanyu mũnyitane mwendane mpendane mtaisha nyote Gikuyu igũthira pia kwa sana kembe ũnjĩthĩ arĩa magĩkarũgama tondũ gũcina ici oragwo nyingĩ nĩ cia university mũndũ ũcio nĩ mũthomu ndarĩ wĩra nĩ oragwo Heru tore ta ko tunta ko digora diga no Ngai na gũtũiguĩraga atumia menderea kũnyitĩrĩra bũrũri gũkinya 2027 kĩaca gũgĩrĩga no ndothe ngĩmera me yuthi no jenzi mwekura piũ na hĩndĩ mũtikananyua njohi mũkaumĩra piũ mumĩre rũcinĩ tena mũtikananyua mũcenyo mũcio mũtikananyua njohi mumĩre inyuothe wakani no kanene tũgacagũre gathe wa Gachagua mwagwĩka ũguo.
Kuna kitu sijaelewa. Hapo umesema maybe ati wanakula pesa ili warudi mwishowe. Si watakuta watu wamejipanga.
Ni ule kipiga tele. Adoma mtamauga tu una tu amahenia. Daka mage uto wa daka mage tine. O daka mage hauwe. Ala uga ati abona yo kama tina agenda. Ati matamya kama daka managera ke. Daka managera ke. Kuna kile kula Amerika ni akata tukagero tukahota kuya pura ciothe nonye mwacoka ke ikai ona wagwa we ikakuhe wira uguo ruo rutwarera andu kuo makahe mena muhoko marahe
wewe ndona Mũgĩkũyũ wothe wĩna Ruto kinya ithaa rĩrĩ nĩ ũrahe Ruto hinya ona tukiuga maume kuu acio nĩo nginya maratũma Ruto oragane
yani nĩo maramahe hinya makamera atĩrĩ tũgũsupport na gũkũ ground wona harĩ haki 27 ndũkananeane mũthĩgi Woi naguo tondũ gũcinto na mera gũcio makĩnyaga kura hĩndĩ ĩyo gĩtoma tũramenyaga kura rĩ akĩmona hĩndĩ ĩngĩ no twagate no tũkahota kũiya na batiramenya ndĩgathire mangĩ kura cikaiyo tũgathiaga nacio ũguo
na sasa Gachagua anashikana nao watu wengine. Kuna Gachagua, kuna Martha, kuna Matiangi.
Gachagua, kuna Matiangi, kuna Karonzo.
Wataanza kushikana.
Wataombea, watashikana. Wameshikana saa hizi, wataendelea mpaka mwisho. Na tunaombea. Kuna mwana matoleo umanganete kinya dakika ya mwisho. Makigatigana. Watashikana mpaka dakika ya mwisho.
Nake Ruto nima kunyitana na Raila Odinga. Horo kirono hana.
Juga hede ya Ruto ni yale Githumo. Na akigera komera tutam. Bakimera one time. Gaida agere kwa aliyele si alikataa. Alikataa kuongea. Kuko na baba haha nta aenda kura. Baba unandika ne kurekia hata baiza. Ndio patikoleke na Ruto no ya kura. Kana mwana athia mono. Baba mwana athia ne kwa kuwaga. Baba athi mono cio. Wao kamera wathira.
Kaya akona mingi kanike.
Ni ndimenya niki gothiaga.
Akienda pande inaanguka.
Akienda the other side.
Inaisha.
Lazima mwisho.
Ama inakuwa target yake ya kumaliza watu. Ama hivyo ndiko anamaliza watu.
Ni kumaliza watu. Ndio watu Kenyans wanaomba. Bando yake inaenda. Kwa pale. Hakuna kitu yake wenye succeed. Yeah.
Ulikuwa kwa siasa ini rege.
Ndio kwa siasa ini rege.
Okay, ulikuwa
ndani kwa. Sadari kutoka kwa lakini sikuwa strong sana juu sikuwa na pesa ndio ndio kwa tayari kesho tu university hali ya kipe university nilikuwa nafanya sports science and management.
Ulikuwa umemaliza university eh?
Hata nilikuwa tu shule. Nilikuwa graduate aga. Anakuwa graduate katika
2022.
Siasa. Dare wametana independent.
Okay.
Women.
Anawageriria muno. So it was just after being a student.
Nilikuwa student na nilikuwa kwa siasa. Kama kiona nimeyudire. Meyudire na godira. Roho masosho mako masosho ya haule. Ndio sosho kwa mama zao akienda hapo atafanya kitu anaenda tu kulala. Hiyo alikuwa unapia kole apeapia sio akiaga dole aleta. Kole aleta ni waleta. Kwa sababu yuzi. Bisi yuzi ndio tuona. Ndio kwa shidi yaga. Ilikuwa ni bisi yuzi kwa kwa lakini akigaisi yanga. Ndio ndio kwa godia hata kwa hiyo. Kwa sababu mwana wa women haule. Hao tu wa moto.
No, you know woman sisi tunaona sisi hao Kenya regular tunaona ni kama woman ile kwa yangu kazi yao. And to some extent tulikuwa tunafikiria hata hii kiti ni kama tutatoa we abolish it because
MP na women makome hamo bia ile sio MP ala hayo sio women kwa hayo no meda kuhili kwa sababu unagusia kwa modo we county ai goro muno gukira ginya MP mutumishe na pia muno lakini
yule tatizo mwe dawo gwoneke todo kuratuika atiriri yani andora monaga maundu haria kabere andu marauga atiriri woman rep na senator Kenya ne budget maratwara iguru koguo riu in the future ya Kenya negetekia woman rep na senator kieherio
nige matikieherio tigani ha tumia matamenya wera wa wale mutumia athi kore ai gutekaya meyuthi na tumia mwana wa tumia muno na toru ko na maendeleo ko na maendeleo okontari ufarafara akio na kiko thondekire barabara ngo akaenda agithondekithia haha ndeka kana haha ndateithia mundu mucio ucio ndateithia kundu kuna ndateithia tumia acio ndateithia meyuthio ona thuri ma hamwe nao ni mateithio nao bakagithia muno no riu maikira haria menda kwihurĩria na baba wa kwihurĩria
na riu tondu ni njiguaga thiini wa siasa cia woman rep na senator na ki andu mebangaga ina line up angavana kuna yule so ni gukwa kwina line up ria andu mebangaga uguo ni guteithĩrĩria siasa kwa county riu tatiga ngundi riu kwina mutumia uretwo Susan Kihika wa Naikuru
ni my governor
na as long as ahana uguo ahana ndireciria no acoke
ndikĩmũcokia ni hakwa ndikĩmũcokia njuge kwa ndeke Susan tondu hindi kwa ndare Kenya ndeke Susan Kihika muno agatuhe ni mĩyuthika mwewera thubuki tulimfanyia siasa ndare ona ngira mbia ciake nĩ ũkũnyona gĩkĩte uta akihani tora ni da heo gete wako wa pera kino gihare wako hala front line gamuhan mawera kira mukare ni yoga he no mune nyusa ni arugambire gete ndakone gechira tawe utare kijanga milioni sigana ngete ndo kuona arudi osho no one time kana half time
kwena wewe ungeweza kuna huyu mwingine alikuwa anaitwa Rike Nyajui lakini aliruka pande ya serikali. Sasa nani mwingine amebaki anaweza kuwa governor?
Ni hali ona Mutumba da governor.
No, Mutumba sasa tufikiri anaweza rudi amekaa sana.
Kuna mtu mwingine. Meho amedhana adu strong muno meda governor. Na kushida wa Kenya sasa no kama kirete. Ukili mepo ile. Sasa ndio na kutoka governor. Mimi sioni ona kosa nitike musango hakwa. Kaji kana ona hendi. Endanganya
sana. Ona hata
ni muno. Asoke na akahorera zimu. Mtete wewe kudiga soka. Unakula sigana. Unakula sigana. Uhaya tia modo. Akora na dokula modo. Tia utidoke mwani daro kama nika kuhawera. Mwana doka muhawera. Yeye ndadi uje ku de America le. Ndego kakuru kama. Nitakuja kwa kata furbo. Tode wa Kenya na negwito. Okome joka mushi.
Oh, that one is very good. That is very good. That is very
Lakini gavana yeye hene meri udhi mono kwa sababu hata hania mono. Meri udhi meri ke mono hata hania mono. Kumwawera maka kutumene sako haki. Ona wako hata keto ilo wako hata. Kana wako kiruka sai, kana wako kumwa. Wako nyapa. Kau kita ni mono. Tu kau ni sina mawera maike mono lakini nzima kasi. Ona kona wele ona kadera ta deni. Eta ito kadera meda adu watu. Oh, Kenya ndo napiga. Kenya ndo napiga. Wanawake wako dihari. Asiona si adeni Kenya sio asi adeni.
Lakini kwa nini tukae maisha kama hiyo ambayo life yako inadeterminiwa by who born you? Hata kama baba yako alikuwa na pesa utakuwa na maisha mazuri. Kwa nini tusiwe na uniform life?
Corruption. Kudia Kenya sio kama kwa ndio nabi. Kwa kona hata kana tara sewe waje. Yajuke tano dadi ya muno kihara kulewe waje. Wakati mmoja jeshi ina mkero jeshi kwa yote ndo gini makana mele make ma vipi tuwa kodi kiri sai utani mami to single mother asindra kinabia no kode hirapia isho me kwa mudo nabia uvina kwa yo na kitu anashia vile mwana shona kia vile hapo hana kazi ni yake kasi sister yake re hebu arathi nake mweroni ucio nake u family yako to yake ego to yake yako godia wao oko habo ndo anyu ha thirikari ni Daina pia nyego kiti moto na thirikari no oko koi moya theni hatie mundu wa kukuita thirikari wao uto na thina kosti Kenya ne apia oko ndo le bia mugo na thina kwa ona ne ngai ni reze ko de America ona dikene kai
Now, hope ya Kenya unaona hiki. What is the hope of Kenya?
ndio na Gachagua aikirare ko imana aikira haria mage guthondeka bũrũri no ko ni ore hana re nekage tau ni kiba aikira ndo wa mbere urakamba gwikira Kenya ndo wa mbere ingihoya sukari toro tumima sukari abewe sukari sabuni maguta ma kuria maguta makiria na petro na dithuru icokethi yacoka indo cio cicokathi
propaganda ya Ruto marauga ati maguta ni macokete marauga hĩndĩ ya Uhuru mũtu wendagio 250 na thikũ ici ati mũtu nĩ ũkinyĩte igana nĩma
gũtirĩ nĩ maheni bado taici kwanza nĩguo ongeire maita merĩ moguo taici mũtu nĩ 200 cukari nĩ 200 mabetie thabuni aka cio nĩ igana thabuni ndatigira kaka mũkaigana ũũ taici kũcia mũtu mũgima no anga 200 mũtu wa thabuni 200
okay
Kenya nĩ gũthũku
na nĩ economy tarĩ na mbeca rĩu tiga ngũrie kĩũria gĩa kerĩ kwĩna maũndũ mekĩkaga Kenya matarĩ mega mũno especially nũndũ kũndũ ta Nakuru nĩ kũndũ kwa ũrĩmi especially nũndũ wa mawana kũndũ kũngĩ I heard that nĩ tũrenderio ndawa itarĩ njega cia ũrĩmi nĩũka nĩwe ũguo like kwĩna ndawa tũrenderio
bataraitha kosa bataraitha ĩmwe bataraitha ndĩrarĩ mũrĩmi ndĩrarĩ bara nĩndĩratwara nĩ magana kũu kwa mathenge na kũu mahuti bataraitha maramĩkĩra nĩ bataraitha ĩtiganĩtio macukani sako kama na bibisia bodi kana kĩ makamĩtukania Banyama wangu waita ugo bataraitha ndio kamari kimari kafagore aduka no ya wasipia hivi nige mate kwa bataraitha yo
ona kira kĩ ona nginya ndawa cia kũhuhĩra
ona nginya ndawa
kwĩna ndawa cia kũhuhĩra ona tingĩ ona wagetha akorwo nĩ horticulture ũkendia nginya ona ndawa imwe ciĩna nginya cancerous element koguo rĩu we wĩta woman rep ũngĩteithia Kenya atĩa nĩ ũndũ wa andũ memenye na matigane na ndawa ta icio njuru cia ũrĩmi tondũ
mutongo tukahara igũrũ rĩ rĩu kaheregetirĩ rĩu mũndũ Gachagua ahere minister wa Girigaca wa health wa education rĩu hakarigana minister ũrĩa ũkaheo hau mũndũ
nĩ mũbatiĩ mũmwĩre wĩna capacity ya kũmwĩra maũndũ marĩa andũ marauga
rĩu no gũbanga thirikari yake akamenya akamera andũ aya nĩ arĩmi ũmenye bataraitha ĩgĩthondekwo ũgathiĩ no bataraitha ũrĩa ĩrathondekwo tondũ gũcina ũndũ ũyũ uma harĩ minister mũtikameke bataraitha njega ai mũthanga mũbaki ngĩci tũrĩa nĩ ũndũ wa ũkoroku nĩkĩo mabakanya mũndũ thirikari mũthanga mathia magabaha magekĩra makũnia-inĩ ũgatwarwo ciri-inĩ rĩu magĩthiĩ kwenya mũico ciri tondũ tũndagio ngiri 1500 ũkĩgũra ngũni na ngĩkwĩra bataraitha ona ũkĩgũra Okorwo na mbeca kwa kana harĩa mũrango-inĩ ĩndo ndũkũheo na nĩ mũthaka no kũrĩ na mbeca kwa kana bataraitha ĩyo ndũkũmĩona no thĩna mũtheri.
Okay, sawa. Nĩ njĩri wĩna haraka rĩu gũkũria kĩũria kĩa mũico. Wacagũrwo ta woman rep wa Naikuru. Ta njĩra mũthenya wa kĩrĩa within the mwaka waku wa mbere. Nĩkĩ ũngĩkorwo wĩkĩte?
Nĩ mwaka wa mbere. Nĩ ngara mbia cia atumia, mbia cia gũteithagia atumia. Nĩ ngagĩtwa mbia cia atumia. Gerie gũthikũrĩria atumia. Kamana konta ngiri magana merĩ kana ngiri ũkũringana na ũkĩandĩka nyamũ yao. Mbia icio ndĩmanengere. Matige gũteithia okorwo mũgũnda marĩ kombo. No yũkobora okorwo ta mũgũnda. Makarĩma mbembe mbia icio cikamateithia. Okorwo nĩ kabia icio moe magũre kaburoti make makombo ndĩgĩtũnye bata wao mbia icio nĩikamateithia. Okorwo ndahũca cũcũ akũrũ matarehota no magũre mĩrĩngĩti magũre tũgasi mũndũ tohota ũgagĩkĩmũtwara kĩndũ nao ona mĩyuthi bado mbia cia mĩyuthi nacio cio ũnengere mbei okorwo nĩ mbũri magũre mbũri ciao okorwo nĩ ngũkũ magũre manyitane maige gĩkĩ kĩa ngũkũ kana kĩa mbũri kana mamenye nĩ kũrĩma mekũrĩma kana ũrĩa mekũgerera mbia ciao mbia cikũhota kũmateithia mbete no okorwo na mbica barabara rĩ okorwo nyoroke hata kuma haka muda gukira haito ukateto okay hega farasa kwa rumono kiana sikuone mayo na kene sikuto ne odageraga akona ndaona heda kuto ne mayo ona bari akone atia ne ira tasige gigere kuroga no wajike mwana ode okay gepito kagego jige hoya derasa taisio kondra mena ana na rutir mai wadu hukio kore maanyona derasa tayo ha kuma waka muda gukira teto to da kata hada to derasa to tunini to hai ada mathonda kĩro kana to haigua ndũmakeneragia.
Okay, reke ngũrie kĩũria kĩa mũico. Kwĩna mũtumia wĩtagwo Keroche.
Ũrĩkũ?
Nĩ seneta wa Naikuru. Kwĩna na tũraga augaga atĩ Naikuru ĩkoragwo na andũ othe. Nĩguo tũraga augaga kũrĩa. Augaga Naikuru ĩna andũ othe. Na nĩkĩo ndangĩtigana na Ruto tondũ Naikuru ĩna andũ othe. Na ngĩigua na andũ marauga no ende kwaga gavana. Tukioi kana ni agoka mwana wa Munyoro kana what will happen. When no support Keroche.
Mimi sio support. Mutumia ucio na ucio radio nitoke mara ataketa mutumia ucio. Nita onda mena wira wake, kajua onda mena wira wake mutumia ucio. Onda agia. Na ndio kana hiroga, dukana hiroga pite kwa sanda kana hiroke. Huyu mama ataongeagi. Kwa ndio ungesikuma gavana. Akasukuma gavana ndio ho maendeleo. Ataongeagi. Dara kila hao ndio menya ni kewira.
Seneta wira no wira wa seneta ni oversight. Oversight ni riri ni mbeca cia huthiro uru wi ni aranditinya kuria kwa Senate akarehe thitango akauga huthiro mbeca ena capacity ya wira ucio
ngido ndavida saru bahita na sanike heka maketereria haria mbere ri ni manyitanite
okay
no gwithire ha gavana igire Kio na data hora wa gavana ri ukuje kwa gavana uwo matiguithanagia riu oya kwa benefitane kwa kana gavana ndaka kiru Naiku kwega matiguithania utogwe wa Naiku ni moru kwa kabisa.
Okay, ni sawa rĩu tũkĩrĩkia ĩra andũ a Naikuru makuhe kura na
Naikuru ngũmũhoya tondũ mũraga mbeca mũno mũkamũhe magana matano magana merĩ mũgabangithio raini ũkahe magana merĩ ũkarigĩrwo magana macio kũrĩa mũthenya ũcio rũciũ ndĩ na gĩa kũrĩa mũkĩrwo gũcagũra atongoria mene mũtongoria ũkũ mũracagũra mũgĩkũra mũtongoria ũkũhota kũmũteithia mũtikara mbeca mũtongoria ũkũhota kũmũteithia maica-inĩ manyu na mũndũ ũkũmekĩra maũndũ na mũndũ wendete andũ nginya mũndũ ũroka ground no Natagua mtu akifika pale anataka kumuona ni ule akileta security huko ana msingemwariria mwathi wa afisi na kuigata mrega tona mwana nataka gũtwari wa afisi na mutwekire campaign tukienda ofisi tunafukuzwa nitanende ndakiteke women rep na county na mungikahe ndikamutira wira na ndimorete muno ande Seattle Washington na ndarudi Kenya tukita ukomatha tondu Kenya sasa nĩ kĩndĩ nĩkũhe wĩra kĩnyima wĩra ndũraga nĩ makuna gambuti
na wahotire gũka Kenya na ihenya atĩa kana nĩ visa wagĩire wahotire gũka Kenya na ihenya atĩa
nĩ tondũ ndetete nilikuwa nalima ndarĩmaga mũno ngarĩma graduate baada mwaka kĩjĩa gavana kĩndĩ nĩgũkũhe wĩra kara weterera ndeterera wĩra ndarĩ 2022 2023 2024 ndeterera wĩra ndarĩma ndathia nginya wabici ya gavana kwanza yako ndungemuona hindi agetha kura ndonguonaga
wendaga wira uriku wendaga
sports science like sports science and management
koguo akwe
ndabona wa mipira ini kuri ndaheo ngetha wira kwa sport o wira uria ngihe lakini nikadanganywo agada mathie makirio interview aria maheo ri aria mena mbia iyo ndikari mbeca ri ni kimena nikitheka guku nina ngiona haha ndina kwiho ngira mwata wakwa riu ni tete gutagio kamere tondu Kenya ni guthukirie gutire wira na America mukija ni kure wira no kuma sema marito America ri no Kenya na kawira kou hata guteithia na akahata kwirũgamĩrĩra 27
okay
nĩ kuni hospice kĩthemba wa hospice bas kimenya ndeke marũa ngĩgerie embassy kana nĩ ngũheo visa niĩ kwanza ndathire ona ndiamenyaga nĩ ndathire ngĩũrio cio ndoririo ngĩheo visa no ndege ndarĩhire ngiumĩria
kuma December kinya rĩu
kuma December nginya thaa ici
na nĩ ũrona maũndũ maku tako magagĩrĩka wĩ gũkũ
maũndũ makwa nĩ mega kejuka nĩ mega tondũ Kenya ndirĩ na ciringi Kenya nginya thabuni tiga tiga thabuni mũndũ agakinya padi nĩ ya ciringi 7 na nĩ uraga padi aitu tumakona thina muno unakosa pad unakosa sabuni ukaga bisha kuhatwire ukaga ukakire tumorto gitoire tumundo agaga ugathinika lakini America ukawa kujituma nĩ kuona mbeca no koti nyingĩ nĩ kuona mbeca gũteithia
na rĩu ũngĩkorwo gũkũ America maũndũ maku magagĩre wega biũ nĩkĩ kĩngĩgũcokia Kenya
nĩ gũcoka Kenya nĩ bũrũri witũ mimi napenda Kenya nĩ gwitũ gũkũ nĩ kwanya kerũ gũkũ nĩ bũrũri wene gũkũ ũhũthĩke tũrahuria coka gwitũ nĩ bũrũri witũ nĩ wendete ona kondĩ wĩra ndikĩre ona kondorire wĩra ndikĩre America nĩ ikĩrĩ Kenya ona thaa cingĩtoyo no gũcoka gĩcoka no thaa ici Kenya mothe njoka bũrũri witũ Kenya no ngĩcoka Kenya tũgathondeke bũrũri witũ no lakini sio kau kuna invest America ni America dry invest Kenya ndio nyumbani
wĩra mũthuri na ciana
mũndũ na ciana ndĩte mũndũ ye single and ndĩte gĩtĩ kĩa women rep 2027 goka they were na ndĩrauga ni one term
good nĩ mwaigua that is our lady tacokera rĩtwa rĩngĩ
sitawa Caroline mũndũ wa Jaramba kana Caroline Jaramba na hĩndĩ ĩyo kĩndauga pepea na mrembo ona rĩu no pepea na mrembo
wĩ merenio kana wĩ Gen Z
ni Gen Z
aya ũyũ nĩ Gen Z
ona ngima kau rĩ ndage gũmetata yako meyuthi ndage gũtetata
ruka tigakurie Gen Z nĩkĩ marenda Kenya
Gen Z manda mawĩra na bũrũri tũguo indo cithire gora mũno indo ciecire economy nĩ thire igũrũ mũno nĩcicoke thĩ ona aciari tũrĩ mũciri kigwa cukari 200 ndarĩ na mbia ici nĩ kũrĩ mararĩma mbembe ici endie mũkabe wa mbembe ona cigana cia cukari ndauga cukari ũgwe maguta ma kũrĩa thabuni indo cia gũtũmĩra na betũrũ ĩkĩgwa na ndithũrũ rĩ Kenya no tũcaithĩke
aya good nĩ mwaigua Karo akĩaria so when are you starting your campaign in Nakuru ukanjia rĩ
ona gwatia rĩ ndenda gwatia rĩu nĩ kwenye gũtũma t-shirt indo ciothe nĩ gũtũma
no ũrabanga kũfund campaign yaku atĩa how are you going to fund yourself
nĩ kũmenya ndĩna andũ kũrĩa ground nĩ tondũ gwitũ no kũndũ gũkiaga ndĩkĩ na arata rĩ nĩ kũmenya tũgwĩbanga tondũ no kũgwĩthina ningĩ no ndĩrathiĩ Kenya
okay nĩ sawa personally I wish you well no njĩkĩre namba yaku hau njĩtagwo Njirũ Mwaũra ĩno nĩ channel itũ you can also subscribe gũkũ twaragia siasa theri people also debate
wĩkĩra gũkũ
mwena wa Minnesota ĩyo nĩ wahũrĩra hapana niĩ nĩ gũcera ndĩracerete njokire gũkũ nĩ ũndũ wa maũndũ maya ma Gachagua so reke ngũ hata kuna mama na so mama Nyakairo can you react kidogo hebu wacha ongea mama Nyakairo
Mimi nampongeza na wish the best kwa matarajio yake.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Nimefurahi sana.
Those are some of the people who follow our channel. They're the people.
Ita kwa channel yako.
Ita kwa iko na YouTube hau bwana. Mimi unaweza changia as nikimalizana na madam hapa. Just go. Mary, unaweza changia? Ama kuna mtu anataka kuingia kwa kituo? Kama kuna mtu anataka kuingia kwa kituo, wacha kwanza nitume link. Yeah, when they go here. So, Mama Mary, can you react to this lady who want to be a woman rep? You know atakuwa kuhota. Yani, is he having a vision?
We don't need women rep. You know, we have been discussing about these people. They need to work hard to go to the people, look for election, not women rep. Women rep, I think we were trying to disregard that because many things have happened with women rep. They don't do anything unless something is done about it.
Sasa unataka nisisimama nifanye nini? Cheki hata ya leo.
Urugame MCA kana urugame senator kana MP.
MP na women rep tu kitake una kitu to hea. Tare mudhuri. Ataya nake.
Now, my dear sister, you know, we have looked all about these women rep and we have seen that they are very slow and they enjoy just being there. Nothing they do and they swarm.
Wewe mtumia na ndai kudada natumia. Sasa juu hii kitu lazima mama atasimama. Gitikatiko wao.
It's not about women. It's not about women. We have seen.
Sasa na sisi sio serikali na kitika women rep ke hawale yeko watu yake gatiko wao empty.
No, for now you can buy. We don't refuse. For now you can buy. But Kenyans are having issues with that seat.
Kama ikiondolewa ni sawa, lakini kama itakuwa tutavae. Noge tukavae.
Exactly. If it will be there.
2022 anatadhiwa 2022 dari how they niteko jadi kanavae. 2022 ndaro kamete.
No, there's no problem about that. I appreciate that. Ile kitu iko people having problem.
Wakisema ikitolewa ni sawa.
No, inaweza tolewa in future.
Ni sawa, ina shida
but for now wewe simama sababu hiyo ndio unataka.
Hiyo lazima ndasimama. Ananiweka debishe kone shikile yako wale. Ananiweka gari ya kutoka hono. Yaani ukimtoka mama yake kwa mimi ikuta mama yake kwa mimi nikialeka. Ananiweka dige kutoka hono.
We asa wewe. You have to go and work for people.
Sasa kama miaka 10 na sasa imeona kwa watu. Anataka kama ni kage taize rege atumia yangu toka na atuli yangu. Kama sana huri. Kama hairapo. Nashukuru. Siana.
Okay, ni sawa. Mama Mary umesikia ile story inaendelea hapa. Okay, ni sawa. So
lazima tusimama.
Okay, ni sawa. Nego kwenda tiga. Ndekenya mbele ya kadireke haria. Alafu nitakuja pale. I'm just here. Naitwa Jiro Maora. Haya, mnaweza react Mama Mary as I finish,
Jiro. Definitely for that one, do it at your own risk. We don't need those people. No one has ever done anything that we can appreciate. Their behavior it's just like the same. So for me, I wish that thing to be taken away completely. What these people have done, it's like
Mary.
Yeah.
Tiga wana tuika modo morumono. Wana mona kwa irima kama na kwa irima. Ila modo sheroga ni ngozi mwana wale yoge. Lakini wewe ni mama usidiscourage wa mama. Kwa support wa mama. Wewe ni mama tayari.
It's not about wa mama. It's not
negative tafadhali.
It's not about wa mama. It's about the situation. It's about how things have been going. Exactly. And if those people can change to be better people, we can allow that. But we are the voters, and we cannot be put. You know, there is no other problem we want to be on top of the problems we have, because women rep have become a problem. Those are the people who are doing those who are Kudagotome. That is what they are doing, all of them. And so we are not appreciating the way they are treating our country. If they are there for the service of the people, they should stand with the people how how people want, not what they want. But they have gone there and started becoming easy to the government, and they become like the people who are the porters of the information, which is really is a bad thing to show Kenyans what they are doing to us. And women in general. And women in general, actually. So it's not that we are not supporting you. Your idea is good, but it has been terrorized by the other ones who are ahead of you. You see Njiro, has she gone? Hiyo mambo yao imeharibiwa na wale wamekuwa hapo mbeleni.
Ameenda yuko hapa.
Yeah. Hiyo mambo yao imeharibiwa. Ameenda, lakini me, I have to say the truth. Hmm? Okay, hon. Can you please? Okay. Njiro, you can give the other person who have come in.
Yeah, sure, they can talk.
Yeah, David.
Hello, Nakairo.
Yes.
We mwega.
Niko wega muno.
Na Jiro, ninakuona. Wacha niweze kutoa maoni yangu kuhusu huyu dada yetu ametokea hapo. Kitu ya kwanza, huyu dada ni kama hajui kazi ile ambayo anataka, sababu hata describe kazi yake hiyo anasema ya women rep, ameanza mambo ya ati kuwapea mafuri na ati asibe nyumba yake. Kwa hivyo hajui hata kazi ya women rep kwanza ni gani, na kama vile Nyakairu umesema, hata mimi niko hapo, hata sio women rep peke yake, ni hata bunge inafaa ipuguzwe, ndio tupuguze mizigo. Senators, tuko na senators 47, governors 47, na tukirudi pande ya senators wako na wale nominated, kwa hivyo wanakuja for 60 I think 67. Tunaona hiyo ni misappropriation ya pesa za wananchi. Nikiongezea kwa upande wa governor, mimi naona Kenya ni sababu waliomba mawaidha ya katiba ya hapa US. Walishindwa kujua ati hapa US governor anasimamia a full state, na tuko na state 50 na kitu, na tukiangalia Kenya governor sasa anasimamia katika jimbo dogo almost the same number of governors ambao wana govern the whole of US. 48 na 51, unaona hakuna tofauti, lakini state United States is too big compared to Kenya state. Kwa hivyo iko a lot of wastage tukiwa na governors 48. Ikirudishwa wakati kama vile ilikuwa province 8, hiyo hata wakitaka kuweka governing ndio iwe imesimamiwa na governor, zikiwa 8 ni sawa. Now women rep nirudi hapo kama vile Nyakayo umesema, tukiangalia women rep wamekosa kazi na wanajua hawana kazi yao. Naye Ruto akaona wale ambao ni wapiga kura zaidi katika Kenya ni wamama, na hapo sasa akapenyea hapo, akaiba akili ya ma women rep. Nichukue mfano kama ya kaunti 3 tu ya jimbo ya Central. Nichukue Kiambu, pahali mimi nilizaliwa. Tukuchukue wa Muratha. Tuchukue jimbo ya Nyandarua ambao anaitwa Faith Getao wa Nyandarua, na alafu tuchukue jimbo ya Murang'a ambao tuko na Beth Maina. Wote watatu hapo hakuna yule anasimama na wamama wanapouliwa watu wao, wanapouliwa watoto wao. Sababu hizo kaunti kama 3 hizo kando na Nairobi, hapo ndio mauaji ilitokea, na wale ambao watoto wanauawa ni watoto wa wamama, na hakuna mama hata mmoja katika hao ameweza kusimama aseme tunauliwa watoto wetu, asimame kwa niaba ya vile wanasema wanasimamia wamama. Kwa hivyo tukiangalia, tunaona kama hao wamama watatu ni kama vile umewaita tukunia ama komerera, na haja yao ni kukula, kama vile huyo mama amesema ati kwake kukulwe. Disqualification nyingine ya huyo mama ni kusema ati yeye ni Gen Z. Mimi niko na Gen Z, na akisema yeye ni Gen Z, already tumeona mama ambaye anaanza kudanganya mapema hata kabla hajaanza kuomba kura. Kama anatudanganya ni Gen Z, na mimi ninaona ama Jiro, wewe sababu uko naye hapo, unaona hiyo ni Gen Z? Hebu turudishie hapo Jiro. Jiro ameondoka kidogo. Sasa mimi nasema kitu ya kwanza, hata huyo mama ni kama hana mwelekeo. Ni kwa sababu hata kudanganya ameanza na kudanganya. Kitu ya kwanza, huyo mama hata anaweza kuwa sio millennial, anaweza kuwa ni Gen X, na sasa anajiita Gen Z, akisema anaenda kusimama women rep. Amesema humtarajii mema, lakini ni mzuri kumpatia mawaidha. Anaweza kwenda ajaribu kupigania kiti ya MCA. Nafikiria akifikiria mambo ya women rep, anafikiria mambo ya mama wa chama, na mama wa chama ni kakuti kidogo tu. Anasahau ya kwamba women rep anasimamia a full county. Amesema ni county gani anataka kusimama?
I think it is Nakuru area, but I can't remember exactly. Yeah.
Ukiangalia Nakuru ni county moja ambayo inakuaga na constituency mingi zaidi. Kwa hivyo ni kama hata hajui women rep anasimamianga nini, ni kama hajui. Yaani pengine huyo mama anaweza kuwa amegojeka. Hata vile mimi nimemsikiliza hapo akiongea, ni kama amechanganyikiwa na maybe na stress ama to depression to aina, lakini hiyo tunamsamehe. Kwa hivyo Jiro, sababu amechukua namba yako, ukimpigia akikupigia mkiongea, mwambie enda uase na kujaribu MCA kwa hapo kijiji ya kwao, aweze kuona kama hiyo anaweza kuchukua, ndio ndiposa aweze kuenda kwa ya county. Wacha kwanza nisimame hapo ndipo tuweze kuendelea na ile debate ambayo ilikuweko, sababu nimeingia saa hii na sijui ile ilikuweko ni gani. Asante sana.
Thank you, David. Ni hivyo tu umeendesha, ndivyo ilikuwa. Alafu mimi vile nimeona, I don't think even she can stand on the podium akaambiwa mambo ile ataambiwa na watu afurahie, kwa sababu she now says that I ought to support her because she's a woman and I'm a woman. But she forgets that we are not supporting anybody. We are supporting things which are going to work for our country. We are trying to see where the country is going wrong. Ndio turekebishe. But you cannot tell me because I'm a woman, I should support a woman. For what? We are trying to see things where we can rescue our country and things that are really making even the life of our people expensive. Women rep, I don't know what they represent, because let's say, for example, every place we have all these elected members. Of course, we have people who are responsible of doing this and doing that. Na ile tabia tumeona na women rep, and I think maybe, let me speculate this. Most of these women rep, because they know they will not go to face the wananchi, that is why they want that easy way of penetrating and going to be within the government. But if they will stand and face the wananchi, they will be scrutinized and many things will come up and they will not get that. So they don't want to vie anything that they will be challenged by the wananchi, which is very bad. We want people who bring them forward so that the wananchi will know who is this and how can we deal with her or him, what questions we can ask so that we understand what she or he is going to give us. But we don't want easy penetration of how they get to the government. And I think that is how these people are enjoying, these women rep. That is why they don't feel the pain of the country. And that is why they don't stand with wananchi, because for them it's easy. They don't have hardship. Na kwa vile waliponea chupuchupu, walipenya wakapata hiyo mwanya, wakaingia pahali ambapo hawako wanatarajia. This is the point. That is why they are feeling that this is a good position for me. And even maybe other women are practicing, trying to say that I wish I can get women rep, woman rep, woman rep. But we Kenyans, we have to be very serious about this. That is why we are saying these things should be abolished. Spending money with the people who will never support wananchi, people who did not work for their whatever being a woman rep. We don't want that. Because once you fight for your seat, it means that you will take care of it and you will stand with the ideology which you have told your people, this is what I'm going to do for you. And I think that is where things are going wrong. You see, even when we look at how the government has been made by Ruto, by putting these ACSs, that is a creation of another expense for the government, ambayo ndio inachukua pesa za wananchi, wanaharibu, wanafanya mambo ambayo haitakikani, mpaka inapunguza pesa muhimu ambazo zingeenda kwa wananchi. Those are my feelings. Because when we have got people in the office, we don't need other subsidiary that are consuming money. We want to be we want to economize what we have so that every institution, may it be education, hospital, all these health, whatever, it's getting enough to support the wananchi. But when you look at how the money is being spent, it is spent on a small group in a way that it is not benefiting wananchi, who are the people who are supposed to benefit with all what the money is being accumulated in the country. Because we cannot be denied some of the services so that you can have assistant. I think these, what are they called? Cabinet secretary. They have other assistant cabinet secretary. We don't need that. There are other clerical people inside that office that he can work with. And so when you make your government so big in that building, how about outside? Who is going to support them? Where is the money going to come from to support that small group, which is very expensive? And then you support your people in the country. That is my take. And I feel like the next government has to be very keen to get as few people as possible to economize the amount of money that is being spent so that we can get enough for the wananchi, for the service of the wananchi. We are suffering for no reason. Kenya has money, enough money, but we have got crooks who have decided to steal our money and yet to put a big government that they cannot manage. So all the money goes to one office. Outside people are being left out. You see a beautiful building, but it is rotten inside. So that is my take. Thank you.
Nikiongezea hapo, serikali ya Kenya ni dogo sana. Yani state ni dogo sana, lakini serikali ile iko ambao inalipwa na pesa za mwananchi ambao ni kodi iko juu sana. Malipo ya mishahara ndio inachukuanga, mimi nasikizaga economically, pesa zile nyingi zinaendanga ni kwa kulipa mishahara ya watu, na ndio tunasema hata yule atakuja na jambo la kubadilisha hiyo katiba ipunguze mzigo ya walipwa mishahara wa serikali, huyo atakuwa amerudisha Kenya katika rails. Hata vile tunasemanga Kibaki alikuwa kiongozi mzuri, aliweza kutoa Kenya kwa hii kashimo akaipeleka juu. Kama angeongoza na hii katiba iliyoko ya hiyo serikali kubwa, hangeweza kufikisha pahali aliachilia Kenya ikiwa. Vile aliweza ku revive economy ya Kenya, hangeweza kama angedeal na hii katiba iliyoko. Na sioni yule president atakuja na hii mishahara minono ya watu wengi aweze kurudisha Kenya pahali inafaa. Kwa mfano, tukichukua ministers, tuko na hao CS wa serikali wa national government wako 20, is it 23 or 24? Alafu ukienda kwa kila county iko na ma-CS wake, CS wa kilimo. Sasa kwa hivyo Kenya, kama nichukue kama CS wa kilimo, agriculture, Kenya inalipa maminista 40 48 ministers, moja wa serikali, na kila county iko na minister wa agriculture. For what? Tukienda kwa budget or finance, iko na ministers ambao wanalipwa na pesa ya nchi 48, moja wa serikali, if it is that treasury, na wengine 47 wa kila county. For what? Na hizo ministries zingine zote hivyo hivyo, kila county iko na minister na iko na minister wa this institution. Kenya haijafika hapo. Kenya haijafika hapo. Inafaa tukaweza kuwa na, kama ni hapa US, hata kama kuko na minister tuseme minister for health, ni mmoja wa federal government. Hao wengine ni wasaidizi ambao wamewekwa katika counties, katika states, the other states. Tukipiga hesabu ya wale ambao wanalipwa, sababu sasa Kenya kwa mfano imegawanywa, ni government moja, ni nchi moja, imegawanywa to other 47 small governments. Na wakati wa katiba ya kwanza tulikuwa
na Bwana Kaora, malizia haraka haraka, akina Razvik waongee. We have new people in town, please.
Okay. Hata ninaweza kusimamia hapo. Mwingine kwanza umpe nafasi ndio achangie. Jiro, it's okay. Wanisikia Jiro?
I think Njiro is busy somehow. Razvik, it's your turn, please.
Wacha Ashley aendelee.
Okay.
Kitu hapa.
Hi, how are you? I hope everyone is doing fine. Actually, I was wanting to say what the person who just stopped talking, I think, David, whatever you are saying about the structure of government, because Kenya is a very small country to be overrepresented. And I wish the lady who was speaking stayed so she could know why we don't want women rep. Because those positions are duplicates. Like she was saying, the MP has the same function as the women rep. So what is the need of a women rep when we already have an MP? And we are saying that our girls are going without tampons or pads. The reason we want that position taken out is that so that the funds for that position can be redirected to be used more wisely. I believe that if that position was taken, because it comes with the whole staff, those pads, that can be translated even into pads, that instead of benefiting just one person as a woman, it can benefit many young girls that come from poor families that cannot afford pads. So if that money can be directly redirected to help buy pads, it would be a useful use of that money. If we put all the money that the women rep gets and the salary they get, the money from their department, all that money in that department, and even whatever they are getting from the government that she was talking about helping people, it is policy that we need. We cannot be a government of handouts. These handouts we are making people beggars, that they don't have to work. Ati watu wanaenda wana line up to get beans, to get maize. Are they cripples? These are young, vibrant people that are sitting idle, waiting for handouts from government. We have become like, they become like lords, small gods. That's why they come there and people shout at them like children. Hakuna self-dignity. We need to return self-dignity by giving people their worth. Mtu ana sweat. The Bible says you have to sweat in order to eat. So you should not be beggars going to wait for money. Kwa hivyo kuenda kukuwa na women rep ati ndio akuange akipatiana handouts ni cripples anapatia handouts, or it is able-bodied people who can go to work. When things have happened to women, like this woman who I had was killed in a cell, this Gen Z, I have not seen any women rep go there to advocate for her rights. So this position for me should be scrapped. All that money in each county should be put together and translate into pads. And then huyo msichana ametoka America, I hope ataenda kwa mashule aone vile kunaendelea. Kama kuna lunch ya shule, there is a way they are able to tell truly. Kuna wale ulipa lunch, kuna wale ulipa partial lunch, na kuna wale wanapatiwa free. If we can come get those good points from America and take them back to Kenya, where if someone comes and they cannot afford lunch, really cannot afford, not lunch, they cannot afford pads, that they are able to get those pads directly from the county. Kuna vile zimewekwa kama hizi pesa za watu wazee, that each month this girl is assured that she will get pads. And we have money, it just needs to be redirected. So that I hope that woman would have stayed, because it's not personal. She was taking it personal, but it wasn't personal towards her. It was, I think Mary was trying to tell her that the money is being misused and we need to redirect it. So that's why I had joined. I wanted to emphasize that, and I hope she will hear if she did not hear. Na kuna kitu ingine amesema. Anasema anataka kwake kupatikane mafuta, kunuke mafuta. And that's the other thing. We have to, and that's why I said we have to listen to what people are saying, because she wants to be one of them. Vile wao wengine wanakula, pia yeye anataka kukula. And we have to resist electing such leaders. Even though they are your family, please resist. If we want to change the country, it has to come from me, changing my values, changing my attitude, so that when I go to the voting block, I am voting different. So it has to be personal. We have to change ourselves first. And then when we make that vote, it will reflect the change in me, and that change will be beneficial to the whole country. Ukiona hata ukienda ukue rich, you have to look for someone to secure you, because other people are not rich. Why can't someone be able to kuwe na policies that if someone works hard, they can be able to afford something good, instead of having policies hope that we are going to make many people have an opinion that ukienda kwa hiyo election unaenda kuvote to have a good policy that is going to help Kenyans. I'm going to end by saying that we need to ask Gachagua kwa hii chama yake, wale watu wanataka kusimama na hiyo chama wa commit kusema the first course of action will be scrapping off that women rep position, scrapping off the deputy governor position, because if we scrap off some of these positions, we'll be able to afford money even to feed the children lunch, and encourage them to come to school, to have an alternative for women who get pregnant or young girls who get pregnant in school, so that they can have a program to help them finish school, because we understand education what is going to help our country move forward. And the more we release money from these unnecessary positions, sahi tuko na PS na tuko na kuna PS na kuna nini na kuna minister. This is a very small country. We either keep the ministers or we keep the PS position. So I think even the new parties that we have to commit that they will work on removing some of those positions, that someone will sign somewhere that they have agreed that they are going to, that will be the first course of action in the first 100 days, that they are going to scrape off some of this commission ASAP, not to be effective in the next season, but to be effective this next 2027, that they will become extinguished kabisa in 2027, so that that money can be used. Pesa hazitatoka binguni, it will have to tweak the budget, and so that it can stretch. So I want to see these people who are trying to run for presidency commit that they will punguza mzigo by first reducing the wage bill. Thank you.
Sawa, Razvik, go ahead.
Yeah, I totally agree with everyone about having a bloated government. Uh, just as everyone has said, we have so many positions that don't make sense, especially 47 governors in a very tiny, tiny country. Uh, those counties, maybe even a mayor can be in charge, or we need to change the structure back to the provincial, 8 provinces to be turned into 8 states, so that we have 8 strong governors and make them more efficient than what we have. And to the women rep running in Nakuru, nothing personal, but Nakuru is a metropolitan city uh, that has a diverse population from all corners of the country. So sometimes, when you come to a forum like this and you're asking us for votes in Nakuru, you have to bear in mind that some of us, the language that you use, maybe we are not even getting it. So we don't know whether you're asking for votes or what you mean. You need to, Njiru was trying to remind her a few times that, hey, uh, your language matters. When you are like in the village communicating with your local tribesmen, it's it's good to bond with them and speak your local language. But now, if you are trying to ask for people of Nakuru who are diverse, you know, use a language that most of potential voters can understand what you're talking about, because she was asking for votes, but there are some people who have left, were left like they were wondering what is she talking about. So just, as an advice, the moment you start campaigning in Nakuru, be considerate to those potential voters that don't understand what you're talking about. Yeah, Nakuru is a place that has all tribes, and we'll appreciate if maybe she uses a language that we understand, so that we can understand better her policy and potentially vote for her. Thank you.
Let me ask a question. I may not understand um, about women rep so much. Are women rep picked by the government, or how are they put there where they are supposed to be? Because I don't think they go for campaign to look for votes. Let me understand, please. Advise me, Ashley or Rasvik. Thank you.
They are elected.
They are elected.
So they campaign like any other politician, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, I may be wrong the way I tackled that issue, because I thought they are picked just like that, but I may be wrong. My bad. Thank you, Ashley.
Welcome. I think it's your turn, Mary.
Oh, okay. Yeah. When we look at the standard of a country like Kenya, why things have boiled so bad simply is about the budget. And the government really knows the budget is higher and higher every time. And the service that the government is there is for the people, not for themselves. So when I look at how this government is going around saying that they are empowering people, I don't see that is empowering people. It's like a bribe that they are giving so that people can come to their side. Because where is this money coming from, which they would have supported other institutions that would have created more economy for our people to get employment? Let's say, for example, if the government decides that we are not going to do this, we are going to have one factory opened. The next time, another factory resume. Because factories are there. They are just naturally killed by the government. And deliberately, that is, they are deliberately killed. And so that is why we see all these happenings, because the money has been put in one container and contained. It should not go out to do the what people deserve, but it should be kept so that now it will come this time now that they are trying to go all around, trying to say they are empowering people. But empowering people, it's not supposed to be one location that you think this is what I'm going to do for these particular people, while the money is lying somewhere. Because I believe Kenya, there is money kept somewhere and it is being held instead of being out to make vacancies of people who want to work. The money would be facilitated all around the country rather than being concentrated on empowerment, that today Kindiki will take this amount, go to Kawangware, empower those people. The money is lying down there, which would have been, channeled to sources whereby it will be monitored whether it has done the right thing. It goes to the factory, that factory is opened, factory ya miwa ifunguliwe, wananchi wauze miwa yao, watu kadhaa wapate kazi ya kufanya. Ile ingine the same. But when you hold the money in your container and now you'll be, taking some, just cut a chunk of money, give it to someone to go and empower people to be seen like you are doing anything, that will not work. Because that location is only few people who will get benefit about that. But when you look at the whole country is crying, everybody is asking, when are we going to get this? What is going on with this government? But you are concentrating on one particular corner of a country. While we know that the government is for the whole country. So the money would have been channeled to so many sources so that everybody get busy and the economy start rising. But when we have all this held up, I'm sorry, the country cannot even cope up with that. People are looking forward to work. They are looking forward to see that they generate economy with what they can do better. but the government is controlling that effort or energy from people to do their best of what they like to do. So that is my feeling. And the government is really doing very bad because holding people not to do the work that they want to do. And there is a capability, the facilities are there, the money is there, but you want people to suffer because you want to. It is dangerous, and that is why they are entertaining all these protests that is going on. To open factories, it means that there is jobs for these young men who want to work. People are not protesting because they don't want to work or because they don't have a job. It's because you have limited their effort of how to do their work. So I feel our country is really held captive by this government. It's not letting people have services that they need so that they can open up their ways of working and doing something that they like to do. They are held, yani mnakuwa controlled, pesa zenu zinakuwa zimeshikwa, ati mtakuwa mkigawiwa kidogo kidogo, and the money is for the country. That is my take, and I feel bad about my country because that is the problem that we have right now. Hoping that things will open up in a different way. Asanteni.
David? Hello, Rasvik. Okay, I'll go next. Rasvik, are you there? I guess he's not there. So I'm going to give this as my closing remark, but I'm going to say that when it comes to money wastage, I think we have a lot of money being wasted. And what we should ask of the new government that wants to come in is a commitment in writing. We don't even want so much as a manifesto, which is not followed. I think we should ask for something in writing, a commitment that they are going to be able to look at ways to reduce the wage bill. And one of, like now, I was just looking at the county government, and I noticed that 36 of those positions are elected MCAs. The MCAs, there are 36 elected in the county of, I believe it was Moranga, and 12 nominations. And I'm like, why do we even need these 12 nominations? We are so overrepresented in a country that is struggling for money. So how do we get more money to the people? How do we get to be able to serve the people better? It is by reducing this wage bill. It is by reducing overrepresentation. So since the current government, they do not, their work is to eat, so we cannot ask them because they will not even do the basic. So these other people who are saying they want to come in, let us not just give them a blank check. Let us look for a presidential candidate that will commit in writing something like a contract with the people, that they will reduce some specific, take away some specific positions, and then we agree with them as the public, as Kenyans, what we want instead. If people want free education, if we can sit down, you know, like the way Njimi Wanjigi sits down and gives us a breakdown, how much is being used by these 12 nominations of MCAs? How much is being used by women rep office? How much is given to MCAs? in cash? How much is given to the women rep? How much is the deputy governor office using? Like, how many governors have died that we have needed to have a deputy governor take over? Very few. So that means that this position of governor can be just a governor, and then if something happens to him, the speaker can hold the position for a while or for the remainder of the term and finish, or get it to where the speaker, the deputy governor is also the speaker, so that we don't have duplication of roles. So that deputy, that speaker can step up and become the governor if the governor is not there for any reason, whether he has been impeached or whether he has come out. That way, we will be able to save money that we can actually put into the people's programs. So that's what I was thinking about. We need to get a presidential candidate that will commit that they will save us money and tell us exactly how they're going to save us money, and then how they're going to spend that money. When they come and tell us that they will do something, they also need to tell us where they will get the money to do something. I am hearing talk of a referendum in August, or some talks in August, and I'm like, I'm going to go to those talks. I wasn't going to go there. When the Kenya at the airport, when the pilots had had a strike, and then they had to go and talk with the relevant authorities, which included Murkomen at that time, because he was Minister of Transportation, among other big top people. I didn't see anyone else being called into that conversation. So my question is, I've listened to many people talking, and they're saying, oh, we need to have talks, we need to include the disabled, or we need to include, but these are not the people that are warring factions. Right now, the warring function is between Gen Z and Ruto. So if there's going to be any talk, it should be between Gen Z and Ruto. Where is Raila coming into that equation? They have refused to join in this fight. They have said kumi bila break. So if there is going to be any talk, where exactly are they coming in? In what aspect are they being included? In what aspect is even Raila suggesting they be a talk? He has not been part of this struggle. He has kept silent. He has stayed out. So he should stay out. Now, Gachagua is saying that one term. If we want to fight Ruto, we take a vote and we go wait to 2027. My question is, yes, we have said we do not want to talk. Lakini kama hatutaki kuongea unless Ruto aende saa hii, because people are going to die because we don't have the insurance we have right now. I looked further into the kind of coverage they are giving. What they are giving is something that is called supplementary insurance. Supplementary insurance means it's something that they add on you for things that are like, now when they say there's no outpatient, there's just inpatient. That is not insurance, really. That is supplementary insurance. But how can you have supplementary insurance without primary insurance? So if there is and I think Gen Z should refuse for anybody to start saying there are going to be any talks and have their mission sabotaged. Because if for any reason any talks has to be, I don't know where the clergy is coming in. I've never seen them off the street. I don't know where the disabled people are coming in. I've never seen them on the street. I don't know where the multi-generational people are coming in. I've never seen them on the street. The fight is between the Gen Z and the millennial and Ruto. And if there's going to be any talk for any reason, it should be between the millennial that are being killed, the Gen Z that are being killed, and Ruto directly. Anybody else is sabotaging the mission. Let me give you an example. I was thinking, even that thing in August, it should be completely avoided. Like now, if you have a cocktail, a drink, like if you went to get a soda, that is concentrated. If you say, I want to get a mix of a little of each, then you get some Fanta, you put some Coke, you put some strawberry, you put some Fanta, then you have diluted to where you cannot get the taste. It's a cocktail. So when you hear someone saying that we are going to have talks, we are going to include the multinational, we are going to include the civil rights, we are going to include the disabled, we are going to include all these people, they are diluting the cause that has been going on. So you're going to talk about issues that have not been there. People who have not participated, like where they coming in. If they want to have their talk, they can have their talk elsewhere. But if there is going to be any talk, it should be between Gen Z and Ruto. And let me tell you guys, if we have to wait until 2027 for Ruto to come out, then we have to know how to live with him until 2027. Unless he's coming out now, unless we are saying no term, then there should be no talks. But if we have to tolerate him until 2027, then Gen Z and Ruto need to sit down for a memorandum of understanding. Thank you.
Actually, I think Gachagua made it so clear that there will be no talk. As far as he described that, like Gachagua, Ruto is never trusted, is never truthful, he's a liar. Nothing you can agree. It can't be like you have agreed anything. So for that reason, I think Gachagua said no talk. I don't see why there will be a talk. And I think whenever these people, they see that they have been doomed, they are really at the corner. The only thing they come with, it's about talking. Last time they had dialogue, and this time around they are calling it a different name, and it is just the same thing. I don't see the difference. They say it is a
I ask you
conclave.
this, Mary. It's good that you brought this. A conclave is even worse because a conclave, from what my understanding is, you see, like the way Catholic, they go in private. So you don't know how they discuss. You don't know how they arrive at the answer. So there is no transparency. So you see, it's even insincere. It's not someone who is being sincere with what they want to do because they want to go and maybe bribe those people so that they can agree to a certain. Let me tell you what I think. Let me ask you this. If Gen Z went and said, you see, the Ruto wants to use the constitution. If we all use the constitution, Ruto would have to step down or he would have to be removed. I think our leaders should also start pressuring our MPs to file an impeachment motion because Ruto has contravened so many of the constitutional requirements. So I want to see more of our leaders pressuring, just like they pressure the musicians not to take money from that side, KK government. They need to put pressure on our MPs who are supposed to file a motion of impeachment and they haven't. So I have not had any leader pressuring them, but that we need to do that. We need, Mother Karua did say it, that he has done this wrong. So there's no need to hide. Just I don't even know what to say, but I'm like, if you're going to live with Ruto for 2 more years, by the way, the talk is not supposed to tell him what to do. The talk is supposed to tell him to leave office. If I was like in a talk, I would tell him, okay, the talk would not be at what do you want? One, we cannot negotiate with a person who has murdered us. That is absolute no. We can't start saying we want jobs. No, we don't want jobs. We want justice. You have said people to be shot. Which leader comes to say people to be shot? If you can go and quote to him how he has disobeyed the constitution, not directly. If you have like what are they called, an arbiter to be a middleman, and you show them Ruto has to leave because we cannot continue to be governed by you because you're wanting us shot in the legs. Like, how do you do that? By the way, I have not even heard someone say yesterday when Njiro was talking to this policeman, he talks about excessive use of force. The crime has to go in, it has to be measured the action has to measure the crime. If someone is just stealing, even though millions of goods are stolen or destroyed, they can be recovered. But a person's life can never be recovered. You cannot you can't shoot people who steal because it is not equivalent. That is excessive use of force. You can't tell people to come to Mandamano with nothing, no weapons, and then you tell the police to come with bullets to shoot them. That is an impeachable offense. So if I was to go to negotiate with Ruto or anybody going to negotiate, it is not for him to stay. It is how is he going to live, because he has to live. And our people, our representative needs to be put on pressure to file those charges of impeachment. He has done it just by saying shoot. He should be impeached, because how can you be led by somebody who wants to shoot young people? It's just, you know, like I can hear what Gachagua is saying, but I wish he would be saying, we want to pressure our MPs to impeach him. He should not be afraid to say that. What I am not understanding and what I don't like is the one term. How do you give a murderer one term? I don't get it. I don't get that part. Can you explain how we get to stay with him? Our insurance is not working right now. Do you know how many people would die between now and 2027? That is the talk I would have with him if I was going to have with him. I would not have with him what he's going to do. What he has done is, in Itangwaje, it cannot be remade. He has no chance. He should not have a chance to continue. I would have a talk with him to tell him he needs to leave and give him the constitutional reasons I think he needs to leave and why he should leave. And if we are going to talk with anybody else, we'll talk to the person who is going to replace him. That is what my talk would be about, not how he's going to stay, because he should not stay one more day.
It is very harsh, Ashley, when you look at these people, the way they are trying to sweet talk with the polite language that they won't talk. Na sijui wataongea na nani wakisha pahali wameua watu wengi hivyo, wanataka kuongelea nini. These people have never even come close to talk about how they are going to compensate the people who have been killed carelessly. But they want to talk for them to continue being in that office. That's not what we want. Our wish is for this guy to get out of that office as soon as possible, because the damage he has done, we will never recover. And why I say we will never recover, watu wale wameuawa hawatarudi tena milele, hatutawaona tena. It's very sad. And for him to feel like he has a right to stay in that office longer than living now, that is what I don't understand. And why somebody should suggest a talk at this very time. When
you know, I think the talk issue, some people are saying talk, but they are not, there is a conflict. And I know I'm one of them that say talk, but my talk is, how is he going to live? How does he live? He said, nitatoka aje. Hiyo ndio naweza taka kuongea naye about, nothing else about governing. Personally, I think someone should tell him, because he thinks he hasn't, anasema watu wanachochewa. Like, is he serious?
Now, kuchochewa ni aina gani? Wewe saa ile unasimama unasema watu wapigwe risasi kwa miguu. What does that mean? A full president in a meeting.
Sasa naulizaje Mary, naulizaje since watu wanaiba hiyo TV ama hiyo kitu kidogo, because hata kama zile vitu wanaiba hazijafika pesa mingi. Sasa wakina Waluke watashutiwa kichwa ama kwa nini kuna those people wale billionaires, COVID billionaires, kwa nini bado wanatembea kama these small thieves wanashutiwa? How much has been stolen by those parliamentarians? what has been done to them. Those ones are the ones who need to be shot. And I think we should introduce that punishment. The one he's suggesting, we should introduce on them.
It is not working on those sides of big people au wanajiita wakubwa, waheshimiwa. It is not working to their side, but it is working for the poor people. Hivyo ni kumaanisha sisi ndio tunatakiwa kuwa tunapigwa risasi, lakini wao wasipigwe risasi. Hata hawatashikwa, mambo yao iendelee hivyo, but they want to have a discussion of how they will continue going on. That is the pain that people are feeling. Yani ni mtu anakuonyesha matapiko, anakutapikia wewe, utafanya nini? That is the question that they are asking us. What are you going to do? Because when you look the treatment that Kenyans are facing, it's not that a dialogue cannot be there. It can be there. With who? With the person who will repeat the same thing, because dialogue was done, a big one, which took 6 months. And the conclusion was what we have right now. Even it became more worse. And they expect us to sit down with them to talk. Those are not talks. It is like giving him more time, buying time for him to stay there. So for the talk, I don't think actually there is any talk with that guy. Na yule analeta hiyo story, yeye aende aongee na yeye, but not on behalf of Kenyans. It's on behalf of himself, whoever want to talk to. Hata hawa watu wanachezea.
When you say compensation, can you imagine, like, let's take the example of, I don't know how old the mother of Albert was, but what can compensate a child? Like, even if you are given $1 million, I mean shillings or more, like, how can you compensate having a child? It can't. So when you talk about compensation, it's just, to me, it's mockery. It should be an eye for an eye. And Leo, we will go after the protesters and even the ones who are planning. Sasa nashindwa, when it comes to Albert, why are they not going against for his arrest? Who is that? You see, what are the talks? If I was to talk with them, this should be, how should we should also pressure. I'm going to just end by saying, I think the new opposition, we need them to come out headstrong like they did on the musicians and pressure our MPs that are being on the pay. They are being paid to be in office right now. They need to go and file a motion of impeachment. If they don't know what they need to impeach, they need to go through their constituents and get the reasons why they need to impeach the president. He has outlived his purpose and he needs to be gone. Kwa hivyo, it is not guaranteed that he should stay until 2027. Hata Gachagua, walisikia hatoshi mboga, they removed him before 2027. So why should Ruto be given the benefit of doubt? Gachagua had not killed anybody, and yet they found him worthy to be removed, to be impeached. So now that we have Ruto in his own words saying that people should be shot for going to loot shops, which is excessive use of force by police, I am thinking that our MPs should be impeaching him. So we, the people, should put pressure on our MPs to file that impeachment motion. That is where we need to go, because we need Ruto out. We can't, I cannot fathom waiting until 2027. How many people are going to die? Not even just by the gunshot. Do you know how many people are dying daily because they have no access to medical coverage? Right now, access to medicine, access to hospitals. They can't afford to go to hospitals. The reason I know about this is because I had to pay for somebody who was almost dying. They were falling and they are orphan. That's how I came to find about SHA. If I didn't help them, they would be dead today. So people are actually dying because of these supplemental insurance that we have that doesn't cover people. And then even a poor person with no income has to write they have an income. There is no space for anyone writing they have no income. So that means anyone without an income is supposed to die if they get sick. How can we wait until 2027 so that Ruto can't stay there by force? We need him out.
I feel the same, Ashley, that this guy needs to be out of that office as soon as possible. As for now, he is not even working for the people. He is working of how to safeguard himself in that office. He is working so hard to see that he remain in that office without the merit of people. Everything that is going on in our country right now is him fighting for his own skin. He's not looking how he can even change what he has been doing or what he can do better. He is just looking how he can safeguard himself only. And that is why he's getting so bitter instead of looking where he has gone wrong. But Kenyans are fed up. They don't need him. And in fact, he knows that he is not needed in that office. But he seems to be looking other ways so that he can continue doing what he is doing. Na badala ya kutengeneza ama kujaribu kuelewana na wananchi, yeye anaanza kusema watu washutiwe kwa mguu. Making it even more worse that people would wish him to get out of that office as soon as possible. But for now, if our MPs are not going to participate on this, if they are not feeling the pinch that we are feeling, what else can we do? This Gen Z will be on the street all the time because they want everything fulfilled accordingly. Kwa sababu sioni ni nini amekosa, yeye ndio ameamua kufanya tofauti na yale mambo inatakiwa kufanyika nchi yetu. And so he's inviting this problem all the time. Because when he comes out, he makes Kenyans more angrier than there before. And so the problem is these MPs, senators, or these parliamentarians, they should be put to note that they need to work with wananchi, make sure that this guy is impeached. If not, I think there are other ways, actually, people can deal with this guy. I'm not very well acquainted with the law, but I think there are other ways, there are other means that Ruto can be sued in court. Because all these things that he has done, it's illegal. It's against the Constitution. So which way do we go? Impeachment, these guys have been bought. They have decided to look the other way. Just because of money, they are not considering the life of the people that put them there. So there is a problem. These Gen Zs will never stop protesting. Na Ruto ndio amefanya watoto wawe kwa barabara wakifanya maandamano. Kwa sababu in the very beginning, what he did was a lie. Alivunja bunge, alafu akarudi akairudisha polepole ikawa sasa ni shida. Now he has made it even more worse. Finance bill of this year, it's even more worse than last time. So people are getting angry day by day. Na yeye haendi chini. Hafikiri yeye anafanya makosa. Then he comes and start telling people that we are, other people, because I know he is using other people to to bring this point of dialogue, your conclave. But nobody in Kenya right now can agree any talk with that guy. So we urge the parliamentarian, these politicians, to file an impeachment. If there is a way in court that the lawyers can file can sue the president, let it be. We can't live like we are destitute. We are foreigners. We are not refugees. That is our country, and we need to take care of it. I think that is what I can say. Anybody else can come in.
Who is this? Is this Jiro or someone else? Because it's me, you, and someone else. There is no name.
Ni mimi hapa.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, mine, I think that talk stuff is just a bunch of crap because, let's be honest with each other. We are where we are because of these talks. Every time, sijui Msumkate, BBI, Okoa Kenya, recently they had a broad-based government. Prior to broad-based government, there was a talk which ended up not delivering anything. At the same time, even ODM themselves, they signed a memorandum for the broad-based government with Ruto, which is yielding nothing. Top of the agenda was to end judicial killings, and that is what is happening at the highest rate. So if even ODM itself has spoke personally, privately with Ruto, Raila and Ruto spoke privately and agreed to come up with that ODM UDA memorandum, which has not been fulfilled. How confident is he now to tell us that we need to talk? We are talking with that, somebody who masikio zake zimejifunga, mtu awasikii. He's just buying time. By the time this talk ends, we'll be in 2026, maybe midway. Atakuwa amebuy more time to keep Gen Zs from their focus. At this time, I think it's about time Kenya humanity, watu wafanye vile wanaweza, sababu hizi mazungumzo nayo hazitatupeleka pahali popote, zitaturudisha tu nyuma. At the end of the mazungumzo ni hao wanasiasa watakuwa na wanagawana maposition, wanagawana maposition. Wakishagawana maposition, sasa sisi raia ni enemy number one. Look at folks like Joho. Right now they're kissing Ruto's ass, literally, because prior to being given positions, they were part of those who are opposing Ruto. Then now they're the defenders of William Ruto, number one. So I don't see the need for any kind of talks. It's not going to yield anything. We should just let come what may. That is what the current regime is kind of scared of, because if you leave Kenya at its states right now, people are so mad and anything can happen any day. And I think that's what Ruto has sent Raila to do, to calm people down, that, let's talk, so that they can buy more time. Personally, I'm against those kind of talks. Thank you.
I think when Raila asks for talk, he should be asked, who is he in this equation of the warring functions that he's calling for talks in the first place? Because when the pilots or the teachers or the doctors were what is it called? Were protesting, I didn't see him going to ask for talks. So how is he involved in this? Because he's not. So he should keep out. I think people are taking advantage and getting involved in something that does not concern them and overtaking it to overshadow it or to dilute it. Now, my thing is, I think we need to focus on our members of parliament, because a member of parliament has four main functions. They represent the people, they make laws, they authorize government expenditure, and they should be scrutinizing government activities. So when we look at two of these functions, representing the people and scrutinizing government activities, the people in their constituents is who they represent, not themselves. So if an MP like Ishongwa, the whole of Kikuyu, or 90% or 50+1 of Kikuyu people do not want Ruto and they want him to be impeached, he should do that even though it is his personal friend, because he is an MP representing his constituents. He's not an MP thinking for them. He's not an MP representing himself. Now my question is, okay, so people have a concern, they are needing to be represented, and the MP also needs to scrutinize government activity. When the government is telling the police to shoot the people in your constituency, aren't you supposed to scrutinize that government activity? Aren't you supposed to represent your people? So in this case, I feel like every constituency should pressure their MPs to represent them by filing a motion of impeachment. My question is, if they do not do that, what should we do? I don't think we should sit like lame ducks until 2027. I think we should give these MPs a run for their money, make it so hot, like we made it for the musicians, or even worse, because they are getting paid, and they should be, they are called representative. MP is a member of parliament and he represents you. So what is he doing when he's not representing you? In the first place, he should not be having that seat. So maybe we need to go document, we should need to look for emissaries, send them to your MP and let him be caught on record saying that he will not do it. Then you can try and go to the court and see if the court can remove him for you and not even go through the recall. Let's try and do direct representation. Get as many signatures as he got to get in that chair and in that office, get even ×2 of those signatures, and tell him these people of this constituent want you to go and file a motion and support it to impeach the President Ruto. If they refuse, you take it to court and say, we the people are enabled to be represented, to be ruled, governed in two ways, through our representatives and directly through ourselves. These 5,000 people elected so-and-so, we have taken him a motion and he has refused to file it. So we are coming directly to the court and asking him to remove this person. We are putting this representative to go and file that motion for us. I think we should try to be as creative as possible. And you know, there is a saying that says, what is mightier? Is the pen mightier than the sword? And sometimes the pen is mightier than the sword. So you can still win without bloodshed. And we should try every way possible. But now I think the pressure should go back to the MPs. And if they cannot function, let us try and put pressure on the judiciary to remove them. That is my conclusion. That's what I think we should do.
Mama Mary, mumemaliza ama? Hello? Ashri, can I hear?
Just talking. I think, I don't know whether it's Mary or someone else.
Haya. So, tumefikisha wapi?
Since Atutaki talks, what next should we do to make sure that Ruto comes out? Can you please contribute? Do you think we should pressure our MPs to impeach Ruto? And if so, if they don't do it, should we collect signatures and take them to court and pressure the court to remove them and appoint us directly through direct representation, where we go to court, we parliament ourselves and file those impeachment motions.
Kulingana na venye kuko, the parliament has proved time and time again they cannot help us. So I think it's only that idea of petitioning our MPs did not gain momentum, but it is something which could have gained momentum by now. So we have just allowed people to be earning salaries and they are not representing us. So it is something which we could have done a long time ago. Away from that, the only way in which we can be able to remove Ruto at the moment, and as things stand now, is through a popular vote. And that popular vote which you see is now like the one which you can see. He is trying to silence people like Gen Zs now. So a popular vote, it is possible. It has gotten so many people out. I don't know how we will be able to implement that as things stand out now. The other way we can also remove Ruto is massive resignation from his government. I don't know who can resign. Of recent nimeanzia kuona like managers wa niliona jamaa wa Kera anatoka. Like if you can have like massive resignation, that one can also show lack of trust. So I don't know if we can achieve like that massive resignation, sababu watu wanapenda kazi zao sana, you know, people take them still as a form of living. Unaweza ambia mtu sasa, wewe mnatuambia tuache kazi tu, how we really raise our families. So but nimeona of late kuna resignation kadhaa. So I don't know about them. I saw what Kera na Kenha, they resigned. Sijui kama some of us mumenoti kitu kama hiyo, mumenoti those high profile resignation. Sijui kama Ashir you have noted those high level resignation. And I don't know their motive behind resigning, but there is that high level resignation which is happening in Kenya. But it is in one body alone. Imetendeka tu kwa kura anyway, and then kwa roads board, yani in other ones. So I don't know if it can happen in the health sector, in the agriculture sector, and in the other sectors, because it would play a very big role. But frankly speaking, something can trigger a Ruto resignation. And it is massive lack of trust through where people are ready to sacrifice their job. But I don't know how many can reach that level. So at the moment, we are held back by somebody who is just screeching into the position without knowing what to do with him. And that is the unfortunate part. But we could have achieved this one a long time ago if we had a good support from Kenyans who knew what we need to do. So that is the problem and the challenge we have. Yes, we can achieve a Ruto ouster, but our issues, our point of mobilization are becoming complex each and every day, because Ruto has done all the necessary effort to try and silence dissent. So ni kitu ambayo sasa we don't know what we can do, but yes, it is possible and we can achieve it. A Ruto ouster is possible, but how do we do it? Popular initiative, you can see anasema watu wapigwe risasi miguu. Parliament cannot help us. We have taken all the time even to petition anything. Nasikia tu tukisema tu tunaweza toa bunge wetu, lakini hakuna kitu naonanga tukifanya. So I think now ni kama sasa we are waiting for the act of God. Vitu kama hiyo human interventions, they don't seem to apply or to work. But we keep on hoping that something can happen in Kenya which can actually trigger even Gen Z was an act of God which came without us knowing. Tukajikuta ni kama hiyo kitu imekuja kutusaidia. So that's all I would say regarding that at the moment. So yes, it is possible. We can achieve it, but sio sahi. Thank you.
Let me ask you, are you able to bring someone like Babu Owino? I see that he got a law degree soon. There is a lot of things that we could ask him legally, and he also is a member of parliament. You see, because there is nothing that is working right now. I think this thing of saying that we take our vote and wait for, I feel that until we wait until 2027, I just feel like we are postponing the fight. Because you have heard them say, someone from Wajir sijui where, today they say they are going to steal the vote. Kwa hivyo, it looks like hata tukigojea hiyo 2027, it is that we are postponing the fight. Because hata inakaa watu wanasema hatutaibiwa, but I am telling you, Ruto is planning to steal. So what are they going to do about it? So I think we should try to string arm him right now. And I don't see why Gachagua is being scared and saying, tutaki kumtoa. No, we want to remove him. He has contravened the constitution. So if he was removed and he's a deputy president, we have a way that we should also be able to remove the president. And I think he, in his position, he should start pressuring, just like he did about the musicians. I think he should also take courage and pressure, use his platform to pressure people, to pressure their MPs to file the motion. Let us pressure them. Even if we may not succeed, they will not be comfortable. Let us make it the ground unlivable for them. I would like for you to invite Babu Owino so we can ask him questions about this thing. How can we do it directly? Maybe he can have an idea as a person who has studied law and also as an MP.
Well, an invitation is possible. It's only that I don't have direct connection with Babu Owino. But if there is person who think that Babu Owino is of importance and he is doing the same things we are doing, yes, I'm prepared to talk with him. So occasionally I tried his number, it doesn't go through. So I have no, maybe unless somebody can attend an event where he is, and maybe if you get in touch of him, unatuletea yeye, we will highly appreciate, because unajua saa zingine hizi vitu zinakuanga hivyo, mnakutana tu na mtu tu hivi tu mnakutana tu na mtu hivi unexpected na mna discuss.
Yeah, even someone like Sifuna is also someone who we can consult with them. You know, they don't even have to be of our idea. If they can come and consult with us, give us pro bono advice, I think to answer some of our questions, because it is possible. You know, it might be possible. I like this, it's like a quote. It says, the pen is mightier than the sword. That indicates that written word is more effective than violence as a means of social or political change. So maybe since we have tried that other way and violence has resulted to bloodshed and no real results, maybe the pen might bring the social change that we need and the political change that we need.
Okay, last week ni kama alikuwa anataka kuweka kitu.
Yeah, I was just saying, I have a close friend who is a personal friend to Babu. I'll try and reach out to him and see if he can talk to Babu to come to the show. Then I'll let you know.
Okay, we can appreciate. It doesn't even need to be a live show. No, it doesn't need to be like a personal show. Hata kama akona dakika 10, he can come here and we can question him. So I believe now we are now becoming people of impact, and we should be able to have a way of how these people can be able to percolate information to us now. Otherwise, I don't know how else we can be able to continue building our momentum. And some of these people, they don't know that we exist. For sure, we exist, and we are trying to do and fight hard much as they want. All right?
My closing remark, if we must go out, we must go out kicking.
Okay, sawa. So Razvik, do you have a final word to say? Ama sasa tufunge show sasa and we look forward to other stuff.
Yeah, my final word is just to reject the talks. Those talks have never delivered anything to Kenyans, but have been more beneficial to politicians, and it has also been the politicians' way of killing time to prolong their regime. So Kenyans say no to talks. Thank you.
Okay,
The
sawa. I
only
think
talks we can accept is the talks about how Ruto is going to leave. Anything else, we will not negotiate with a murderer. But if he wants to come and talk about how he will leave, I think that is talks we would appreciate.
okay, sure. Thank you. I think actually we can meet tomorrow because there's no any other thing we want to discuss today. I appreciate everybody who has made our show successful. Let's meet tomorrow in the blessings of the Lord. Panelists, comment section, and the encouraged listeners wale wako na hapo chini. We really appreciate your thoughtful insight in this show. And let's keep fighting. We can't stop fighting because if we stop this war, we are surrendering. We cannot surrender because the next generation is relying on us. Until we meet tomorrow. So Babu is very easy to reach. I met personally with somebody secretary hivyo ndivyo kuna besti anasema hivyo. Yes, if there is a way in which you can bring those people to us, we don't deny them. Wanaweza kuja. Yes, kama hawa watu tunaweza jipata na wao tutashukuru. That's all I will say. Sawa? Thank you.